It's going to be Saint up against Weezer Fan. A little bit of Kai Happy Chaos action for you out here. Just playing a little slow, figuring out what we want to get started out here. Saint doing some projectiles. Weezer showing us our own with that gun.
Oh, and I know we're not playing slow with that music. Crawl, open up the pin as we go. We're using a little bit of that far slash in there. Get away from the corner with the jump dust in there from Happy Chaos, and I'm right into the Deus Ex Machina, turning things around all Chaos side.
Nice stuff here. Saint is going to wake up with some tension. That Deflectio, the very late active frames, bought us some distance. Weezer Fan trying to get something started, but it's going to be that fast RC route that at least gets the burst from Weezer's pocket.
Yeah, holding it down, yeah, get some of that concentration up in there. Plenty of bullets, plenty of rhythm on here. You're going to use a little bit of that tap dust on there to kill it, get the walls up. Just do it again.
Weezer said, if I'm going to do it once, I don't mind doing it again. Strong stuff out here, getting our round. Saint going to be able to show something off here with this 6P. Trying to get something started here on this Happy Chaos, man. Just one good counter hit, a good corner carry could be all we need. But Weezer Fan with that curse apply, going to be shooting you up. Good blocks here from Saint. Oh my lord, great blocks, but
though.
Oh.
Weezer was doing some trippy stuff in their same side, like on the block stuff. Saint was doing a good job blocking until you miss on that one block, and the opportunity arises for Weezer Fan to go ahead, break to the other side, get that positive bonus.
Got 50 tension built up with that positive. It's going to be a fast PRC here. Saint showing you that far slash, looking for a chance to fight out. It's going to be that stun dipper to get a hard knockdown for ourselves. Weezer Fan blocking it out, but that backdash getting called out. Saint with 100 tension needs another hit.
Yeah, Saint's been calling out a couple of those backdashes in there for Weezer Fan, so very nice notice on that. And we go ahead, get the stun dipper early on in here. You're going to be able to keep enough into a charged stun edge, but we turn things around, get out the gat, block out the burst, and bring down the round. Put that one on Weezer Fan 20 side.
Some stuff in great timing. There's a fat raid coming in here from Nitro. Thank you very much, homie. Thank you very much, all those guys watching the Nitro raid. Thank you very much. You guys got here just in time. We just started off. This is Paragon's Guilty Gear Strive ladder bracket. We're only a couple minutes in. We're in our first match, so thank you very much, Nitro. Guys, buckle in. You just saw Weezer Fan take this first game for ourselves on this Happy Chaos. A little scrambly. We're warming up here. It is the first game of the night. Going to get something started out here. Saint showing us some cool stuff on this Kai. Just need to get some more conversions out here. The burst going to start us off.
Right on that. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a back throw back into the corner, into the charge sun edge. Familiar times for Kai Kiske on here. Already trying to jump out of the situation for Weezer. Enough time to go ahead, get that build up in there. Low on bullets in here, still at the ready. Going to use that blue wall of assault in there to get onto the other side and keep it down. Like these, the change up, like the mix up happening from Weezer has been knocking Saint down so far.
I mean, yeah, Weezer really just having fun out here. Weezer getting a chance to show off on this Happy Chaos a bit. Saint getting a chance to fight back as well, especially on these pressure strings. Weezer not falling for any of these frame traps, and it pays off. Nice counter hit to get a knockdown. Saint trying to block out this BRC. Oh my God, yo, Weezer showing off some awesome stuff.
Gets down, finishes out the round just like that. We're going to go ahead with the 5P in there early on in there from Saint. Going to hold down. I like the little weight here, just trying to bite it down because Weezer has been trying to jump out of the situation. Saint's been holding it down, but still gets out of it with the back throw.
Okay. Weezer going to cash out some damage here. We didn't have the meter for a hard knockdown, but with that cap dust, we're trying to cash out as much damage as we could. Saint showing that the flex shield again, fast RC to keep that stun dipper safe. Weezer has a lot of resources here. We're going to get a chance to spend it.
Hold down, fire away. Here comes the Deus Ex Machina. You should be close enough in there to go ahead and bust down that wall on there afterwards here. Last little bit of life to win. Both players have a little bit of meter to work with on here. We're going to go ahead and use that first resource in here, try to get away. Does it get to confirm? And gets there confirmed right at there. Enough time for burst to come out for Weezer Fan.
Okay, with that, oh, wow, amazing spacing there from Weezer Fan. I was about to say that wasn't an impossible game to win there. But with that YRC being perfectly spaced from Weezer Fan at the very end, I mean, that was the nail in the coffin. Great stuff here from this HC to close out 2 games so far, but it's only 2 games. Reminder, it's first of 3 out here, so Saint still having a chance to just put those pieces together here in this Kai, get some games on the board.
Yep, that's exactly right here. Like, Going all the way down the list. I believe it is a, like, you have to get to 7 games to get the cutoff to get into the top 8. 8 call out on here for Guilty Gear Strive here. This is our very first match on stream, very first match for these competitors as well.
Man, Weezer with that double overhead, that's so crazy. We're showing some awesome stuff out here in the HD. Weezer playing this character in a way that got me saying, hey, I kind of want to boot up right now, to be honest with you, Risky, but...
The conversion in there, like the whiff, like the whiff DP in there from Saint gets called out early on for Weezer fan, and still going on the tirade. Found the gap on there, and a gold burst on top of that from Weezer. Going to keep up into the low setup here. One more DainsLeif Ex Machina for the road.
I was saying, I mean, okay, yeah, we did get the burst, okay, but it's just so low HP. You're not going to get a lot of variability to use it on here. Good projectiles to try to keep back Weezer, but with that 50 tension, trying to get something started, but same with an amazing air-to-air pickup.
It keeps up with the jump dust in there, trying to find a reach on here. And there we go. Once again, the air dash into confirm. Weezer fan is on set point.
That burst comes out, trying to slow things down. Good trade hit here, and that DP punish after Weezer fan at the right place at the right time. Oh, wow, and that link after too.
Just like that. Oh, we get onto the other side enough to like get the reload in here. DP, get out of the situation. Big 6K for Saint, but going to get denied early on before that could be any worse.
Yeah, Weezer did not want to play it all with our back to the wall, right? Trying to block out a bit here on Saint. Oh my God, Weezer with the swag combo there. We're trying to build a bear something out here on Happy Chaos. Closing it out with that 2K. Great stuff here, Weezer fan. Going to be moving on. Awesome stuff out here. Shout outs to Madchu actually coming out to my local sometimes out here. Shout out to the KM local. But Madchu going to be playing this Asuka up against Skud on this Sin. We're already very explosive out here, Risky. We got these cubes flying. I see that DP card as well. We got a teleport that we can pull out. Skud trying to just get something started out here on the Sin.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely not a deck you want to mulligan on here. And we already go in, throwing out the red cubes in there into the gravity well. Watch it shine. Going to we're going to get the follow-up with the Elcon to begin on there. And we're going to play the bouncing ball. I've never seen it bounce so fast. The quad laser like that, wow.
Oh my Lord. Those ones are banned for competitive play, by the way. Those ones are banned by the NFL. Those are too bouncy.
Yeah, Magic rule set is definitely has some words to say about that one.
So great stuff there. Madchu getting our first round out here on the board, but Scud showing you what the game plan is going to be coming up, right? Look at that Hawk Baker, or rather that Beak Driver stamina cancel. That's going to be a great way to answer some of these cubes out here.
Okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and another cancel all the way into the corner here. You got the follow-up here. You use all of your stamina, but look at the reward for it. A lot of red on the side of Asuka, a lot more coming down. It's now all gray, all out, all nil, zilch.
Nice stuff. Even things up. Scud getting a chance to show off as well, but Madchu already in this round cashing out a bit. We're going to be able to get this burst back. We're going to see if Scud this... Oh, we're not going to get a chance to decide what side of the wall we're on. We're going to be on this other side. Madchu building up this positive bonus. Great cards and a throw to follow that teleport.
All right, we're going to keep it... Yeah, good time to use the burst in their way. Was going to get hit with like some devastating stuff, especially in the wall there. But now we're having to deal with the projectiles coming at you. All manners of cubes. Time cube coming towards you. Not the big one though. Nice little like just walking away from the approach on the elk hunt there from against Scud. But you know what? Tyrant barrel right back at you. Get that positive bonus.
Yeah, Madchu not in a great spot here, right? So low on that mana. No cards to play with. Scud breaking that shield. We do have some good defense here from Madchu. Just one more hit could take it. 50 tension. Could just be a jab RC, but doesn't even need that. Great confirm off that light here from Madchu to get game one.
Yeah, a lot of wacky races happening on that. There was some Hanna-Barbera stuff going on with that, with the gravity.
Yeah, we were getting all crazy out here. Oh my gosh, Hanna-Barbera, you got me stun locked out here, Risky. I'm thinking... Oh man, I think that was I may have been the last generation where Hanna-Barbera, I even know what it is, to be honest with you.
The
watching Flintstones and stuff.
We just need one of those We need one of those Hanna-Barbera like the sound effect CDs to play. Just mod that into the Guilty Gear Strive. That's what I want.
Yeah, get Paragon to get the rights to a soundboard. Just start going crazy over here. Khalil, take some notes. But no, we'll see. Maybe next week. Paragon 64, guys. But until then, Madchu, gonna burst you back. Gonna get some cards out here. You're gonna need some good ones. In fact, I love that. Just using that one cube to just refill our whole hand. Scud gonna have to get in, but no stamina and low tension because we're spending so much on that FD.
Yeah, Skud actually used a little bit of stamina trying to make the approach, but got sniped on the way in. So having to hold all of this down. Familiar thing that we're going, but RTL, are we going to get out of this situation? We are. Enough time to get back into, take the corner, the right-hand corner for themselves on here, but going to get the approach in here, like with the knockdown from Asuka, from Madchu.
Oh, great finish with that 6H as well. Madchu got some cool stuff out here on this Asuka. I mean, you know, whether we can choose to or not, depending on how low that mana is, if we just have to use our normals to get the combos, Madchu can do so. Scud going to be in this corner, beat up a bit, but finds a chance to fight out.
No more stamina on their side at the moment here. Gets onto the other side, finds the whiff opportunity. Actually gets the run over, tries to go into the PRC to maintain their turn. Going to go ahead, hold it down here, but already jumping over on the special.
Bursting you back. Oh, I love that throw here from Madchu. Pulling out that advancing low. Scud still active with that 2P. Trying to be active on this defense, but Madchu not going to let you. Sending you through with this super.
Yeah, like getting in with the overhead from the beginning, all that. Oh, side! That's a jump scare. That was absolutely a jump scare. I was nearly reeled from my seat.
Oh, man, I didn't know we were watching a horror movie. I thought we were playing a Guilty Gear Strive tournament out here, but Madchu up 2-0 right now. Going to see what we got. Shout out to Brendan in the chat. Said certified Scud gameplay. So here we go. We got some Scud fans out here. Scud showing us some cool stuff. When we get a chance to play out here, getting that beak driver, stamina canceling, and fighting through those cubes. But Madchu going to be able to fight you back, and when you're low in that stamina, definitely making you hurt for it.
Yeah, definitely like some of the idea that Scud is trying to approach on here. Madchu's been able to keep up the tempo the entirely, but also even calling out, we saw the first attempt at a throw right there against Madchu, but we're going to go ahead and get that gold burst on here, build up that meter a little bit more, get that tension going.
Nice stuff out here. We got a lot of mana and a lot of tension. Madchu, whole world's our oyster out here.
The oysters and all of it, but we're just talking about cubes. We're all into cubes today. Go ahead, check it out. Reload the deck, get everything all sorted out here. We got all the time in the world to make it happen, and we're going to build a big cubes into the low one more time here. Going to get a little bit of OTG damage on top of it.
Yeah, it's getting scrambly here in the corner. Scud still active here on those cubes. I like that. I like how the 2K actually beats him out in that instance. That's pretty cool. But going down regardless, Madchu needs one more hit to close out this round. Scud trying to fight back.
With a jumping slash in there from Scud. Doesn't get anything on the follow-up, just a little bit too far away. But trying to keep the turn fast. RC, get the block out of there. The YRC, unfortunately, trying to go in with the cubes in the air and got hit with a 6P for Scud.
That was an awesome mash right there from Madchu. That 5K gonna get us out of that round and into set points. Scud's gonna get some distance here. I love being aggressive with that 6P. You gotta be able to check it through those cubes at times. It pays off. We get that burst from Madchu, and we pull up and we keep this Asuka in the corner, but the back throw flips the table.
Right back into Cube City here, building up like an episode of Reboot here. Throw it out one more time, getting stuck on there, having to use a faultless defense on here.
Oh, Scud getting caught out by that special, but we're being active. I love this with the beak driver, with the 6Ps on these cubes, but unfortunately a little ill space, and Madchu keeping you in the corner.
Yeah, the Hawkbaker just a little bit too far away. Big time for a whiff on there. Not enough. The guts will kick in, but you're in a really good position right now.
About to have 100 tension. Great throw tech right there from Madchu, active in that defense, but regardless, Scud still, tried to get that tap dust RC potentially, but
the Jeeks on commentary, we got to show up. We got to show off on the stream.
Apparently, and then Pikguy definitely going to show off on this Jacko, a very strong player of it, but PurpleKrok probably going to have some tricks up their sleeve on this Potemkin. Already doing some awesome offense against the bots, right? Not taking those bots for free. So Pikguy having to be sparing with that resource potentially. But I mean, it's Jacko Potemkin. That's a big body, and these are some strong goobers.
Doesn't get the follow-up on the kickball, unfortunately, but enough time to call on the serve and cheer on here. Doesn't even need it for very long, just making sure to go ahead and get the wall. A lot of Mega Fist happening on PurpleKrok's side. Can they get around the servant madness? This answer is no.
Oh, not today. It's going to be a perfect, but I mean, despite the perfect, PurpleKrok showing you some awesome stuff there with those lights against the bots, not holding them for free. You see a lot of 2P, a lot of 5P. The fight back, trying to go for a buster there to get out of this pressure from Pikguy. A little too overzealous with these normals. This Potemkin gets to pull up on you.
Yeah, so Pikguy opted to go in a lot for a lot of 6Ks in there, which PurpleKrok is jumping a lot. That would call out a lot of the answers on there. But unfortunately, like, you know, PurpleKrok's been answering with a lot of faster normals on the other side. But now we're playing a little bit of the mix-up game. Number 2 is out to play in here. The Hammerfall does pushes Pikguy back into the corner here, but we're going to get the reset opportunity back into neutral right now.
PurpleKrok, unfortunately, going to spend that deflect shield. Doesn't get punished on the recovery, though. Pikguy, however, on this next interaction is going to Elysian driver you through. That's going to be a lot of damage and hard knockdown. Not enough to kill. I mean, hey, one good pop buster Red RC could be enough, but not today. Pikguy is going to get game 1 on the board.
Yeah, that's an alternate timeline at this point here. But the good news is, first of 3 all the way through here. Got a couple more chances on here. We didn't really get to see a lot of time for PurpleKrok to be close and personal with Pikguy at all. Like, so any of those chances to go ahead and get the either a Gruda impact or like even threaten with like with Kara Potemkin Buster or anything like that. We just did not be able to see that happen. Pikguy was just moving around the screen trying to get away as much as possible, kind of keeping that distance.
Yeah, and PurpleKrok was doing a good job of fighting the bots, but I mean, despite that, Pikguy just okay, or, you know, I'll wait for another and throw another. It feels like so. We're going to see where we can get started. Definitely the heat tackles seem like a good adaptation, in my opinion, to be able to close that distance and call out Pikguy when we can. No bots right on this screen here, but oh wow, what a well-spaced flick.
Yeah, like almost had a chance to really get things started here, but you already get 2 servants coming out to play, throwing out one right as we go into the onto the other side here. But here comes the jumping D from PurpleKrok. First opportunity really to get away.
Oh, wow, the start of Slidehead right there getting called out by Pikguy. Great stuff. That bot was behind you all that time and was able to call PurpleKrok from the start of that special move. Pikguy doing a good thing, taking away that first round.
You were talking about how Pikguy was like, no, I don't care. I'm going to throw out another little robot. I'm going to help like little guy to come out here. Like really kind of spacing that out to where like it will eventually become overwhelming in there. And PurpleKrok's been doing a good job like calling out the early because it doesn't want to deal with like having 2 or 3 servants on the screen. However, Pikguy's just been able to get those like little hits where they count just by sending it out here. Now we're playing with the difference between jumping and Mega Fist on here. Back into the corner you go. Does the block all the way through. PRC to keep it safe on here, but we're already calling the jump in with the anti-air from Pikguy.
Yeah, the heat tackles have definitely been putting in a lot of work. Great pop buster there in the gap. Not going to be enough to kill. Oh, but with the PRC potentially maybe trying to see if Pikguy wanted the burst there. PurpleKrok ending that combo out. Pikguy going to get another chance to fight back, but with that little HP, you can't make a single mistake.
Oh, I thought they got another little combo on top of that afterwards, but here we go. Jump, and going to get the mark. PurpleKrok is going to get a first round on their side on here. Back into the forward Mega Fist brigade.
They're blocking the cross up, but the low is going to catch us. Pikguy got all 3 bots on the screen. It's Exodia for Jacko. Oh, there they go. Going to be able to get some of that meter back with that recall command. Great stuff. Pikguy with some cool routing. Going to be able to send you through. Has a lot of meter for mix.
And so has the 50% already on there. Force the burst away here. Now you're from a distance here, waiting for it. We've seen a lot of the like the rocket thrusters being thrown out by PurpleKrok. Oh, big counter hit on there from the 2D. Not enough to kill here, but with one more touch is all you need from the chip damage.
Yeah, the Jacko checkmate got you right there. The full screen pixel against Jacko can be hard, even for someone like PurpleKrok, who's been doing an amazing job, I gotta say again, with the P normals, 5P and 2P against those bots, was FDing out pretty well there at the very end, but with all that HP to chew through at that point. Go next. Let's go to game 3, see what we can get started out here. Definitely liking what I'm seeing with the heat tackles. Pikguy doing some good stuff, keeping down this Potemkin regardless.
But right as we go in a 2K to 2D, enough time to get the knockdown, set up a servant on here, and go ahead and play a little bit of volleyball on the side.
Hey, a little bit of mini games out here. Yeah, we don't always got to beat each other up. Maybe we just play a little bit of friendly sports, You
just happen to beat a ball, no big deal.
Yeah, I love the ball at home. It's going to have to be you today, friend. Oh, great 6P there from PurpleKrok. I'm probably going for a pot buster, but it turned into 6P. That ended up being well placed, but Pikguy going to be able to link after and put ourselves on set point.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of whipped Potemkin busters in here for PurpleKrok. We saw that especially in the last match in there where we got hit with the servant on there. The armor popped off on there. So, but you know what? You can get it sometimes on there, get the throw out on there afterwards into the slide head, back into the heat tackle. Going to stay on the same side, and it gets another for the road.
Yeah, that Jacko 2S is so vertical that PurpleKrok was able to just land beside you and whiff punish with Pop Buster. Great conversion from Pikguy to put you in the corner, so a great spot to be in, but one Pop Buster could be enough to take it at this point. You see PurpleKrok churning that P button. The 6Ps are coming out, the 2Ps are coming out, and that's going to be the round. Awesome jump there from Purple.
Yeah, the jump in, and you called it out there, Geek, earlier. PurpleKrok has been doing a very good job with either jumping in with a couple of these normals. Hasn't been able to get a whole version from beyond that here. But they're now in the last chance here. They want to get that one. They want to survive. They want to get that win on here. But forever, the Legion Driver is going to whittle down that life bar a little bit further.
Nice stuff. Purple does have our burst here on the other side. Could be an early gold burst, potentially. Pikguy going to try to close it off with that meaty blue wild assault. Actually, that was a really cool option. Purple will have tension here. The fight within a second risky, but will it be enough?
With the servage here coming on here, you're going to build it down here. You don't have a lot of meter to work with. You got to act fast. The 6K is going to meet you up in the air and knock you down. Pikguy is going to take that 3-0.
Miracle wearing that yokai tag, going to be coming out here on this May. Going to see what we can show. Now, Kensei been playing against a lot of Mays in some of these online brackets, and towards the top 8, you'll be seeing a lot of insert in Totsubunger. So, strong Mays out here in a Miracle. One of them going to be trying to get through Kensei here on this Kai, but this Thunder for Red RC is a good start.
Yeah, and you the good old thing with Kai Kiske, you can put everything together. You got the Swiss Army knife in here, being able to connect on there. I like these whiff call outs in here from Kensei in there. The far slash from May, getting punished by Kensei's own far slash into the full punish there. Very nice round from Kensei.
And a great whiff punish there on that 5H to start off this round. Kensei doing some good whiff punishing in general. I mean, May definitely a character that loves to whiff punish you with those quick recoveries. Kensei fighting back, but Miracle ready with the burst.
Yeah, unfortunate with the 3K getting blocked on there. Had no choice but to call the burst out on there. But if first you don't succeed with the dust, the second one does hit. The guts does kick in. Japanese guts is real. But Miracle has one more chance into the conversion for the horizontal dolphin using Kensei's burst finally.
Yeah, Miracle with the jump cancel there, but Kensei was able to get our burst weaved in. Great far slash from Miracle to keep Kai in the corner. But Kensei closes it out with a close slash at the very end. That was a little bit of a tongue twister for you, but we're getting one game on the board. Great stuff, Kensei.
Yeah, while we're doing that, Tasker Brian with the raid of 22. This has been the night of raids. It's so heartwarming to see everyone coming in, watching a little bit of Strive here on Paragon FCC. What's up? Hope you're all doing well.
It's like the fireside gathering, It's like everyone come on in, come near the fire. Let's stoke the flames and tell a story, ages of old. It's Paragon Strive. Kensei getting a game out here. Everyone cozy up. Get your fire blankets. Get your marshmallows roasting. We're in game 2.
Oh, I'm going to get my weighted blanket, get all day. Nice little call out early on in there from the 6P against Kensei. We're going to keep hold of the corner here into the charge. Just no candy. You can't escape that. Forcing Miracle to go with the burst.
Being active out here with these far-reaching normals. Great stuff. Converting off of that counter hit Dolphin. Kensei trying to get some distance back, trying to put you in a far slash spacing range. Miracle moving in with that PRC. Great stuff.
Oh, but the Iron Elbow, the 6P responds in kind on here. You're going to get all the way to the wall. Play a little bit of that bounce. You're going to get the follow-up on there. You're good enough to break the wall on here. Positive bonus. Bring it all down.
Like how Miracle is still being active with that 5H with that S Dolphin, but Kensei dancing in the air is able to dodge it out and finish off that round regardless. We also have our burst here early. Maybe we'll spend it if we need to, but Miracle getting whiff punish here on that 5K. Kensei going to go ahead and keep you in the corner.
Oh, and we just get to call out the 5P counter. Going to continue the terror that is Kensei right now. Back into it, break down the wall in here. And I like that we're not trying to do any big risks here. Miracle can turn things around at a moment's notice here. Enough time to get the knockdown, charge, stun, edge on here, blocks on the gold burst. Doesn't take a ton of punch because of that, but the follow-up does make its mark on there. That's another round, another match for Kensei.
Awesome stuff there from Kensei. I saw the first burst bait was actually off of that first 2K. It was a link 2K to keep the combo going, but Kensei ended it there trying to see if Miracle was ready to burst. I mean, Kensei doing some strong stuff out here on this Kai, definitely getting to play our game plan and running it down, but Miracle, despite that, is still being quick with our anti-airs, with our 6Ps, being able to neutral skip with those S-Dolphin PRCs. When we get those hits, we're getting those conversions, so Miracle definitely showing us some cool stuff.
Yeah, and that's kind of why Kensei is like, especially when they get the life lead, and that's like, you know what, you're going to hold back here, wait for those opportunities against Miracle on them to make their shine in here. But right now, opportunity does arise on here. Not going to get the follow-up just because May had fallen too far at that point in here, but the burst gets away from Miracle.
They getting counter hit. Miracle tried to bet it on throw. No tension yet to keep that whiff safe, but able to keep this combo going after. Kensei trying to be aggressive with that tap. Dust burst is going to keep ourselves safe here for a moment, and it pays off because with that red RC, we're going to be going on the set point.
Yeah, the 5H just a little bit too slow, and Kensei is much quicker on the trigger on there. We're in that set point, wanting to hold it down here, and Miracle trying to go for these big buttons that lead to so much potential damage in here. There we go. We finally get the hit and the follow-up in here. Here's that big damage that Miracle's been wanting.
Yeah, Miracle. You can tell that that's a practice combo right there. Going to send you through. Kensei, despite that, will have some tension to fight with. Finds the gap with DP. It's going to be that nasty 6K Dragon install. Oh, my lord.
Oh, we're installing that malware. We're installing the malware on the PC to continue it on there. Okay, get the burst out of the base. Long range 3K. Going to get the conversion on there. And oh, my goodness. I did not believe they had it. I did not believe Miracle had enough time for the fully charged 6H on that VRC. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was actually awesome timing there from Miracle. Despite that clip, Kensei still on set point and fighting back here with that Wild Assault combo. Going to get some of that meter back already because of that positive. Miracle is going to try to get in here, active with the 5Hs, active in the air, but Kensei with that shock state is going to cash out with a cool combo.
I'm going to keep Miracle in the corner in here. The PRC on there with the Stun Edge. Not enough to kill, though. You got one more tap. Maya still has burst on there. Going to go ahead and block the gold burst on there, but the 3K into RC. Big opportunities coming in.
Kensei spending that burst, saying, Miracle, I don't want you to play for too long. Great throw on that whiff close slash. Miracle. I mean, Miracle getting a miracle right here. Oh my gosh, risky.
Not a miracle on ice, but looking pretty good on the other side. You still got to hold down it. Nice little mix-up that were happening on there, but the trade in the favor of Kensei is going to go all the way.
SLG Tyler on the chip. This is going to be a fast matchup out here.
We are not playing in the not-so-friendly skies between these two here. Going to have to deal with the tie rope on there, but early on, Willie goes and gets the throw on here, and the whiff punish in there just going to force the burst away for Willie to get into that corner.
And Tyler showing you that DP early, trying to already get that reminded into Willie's mind. Now, Eno does have a lot of those safe jump setups, but until then, right now, we're in hit stun. Tyler showing us a cool combo to send us through. Active there, but the stroke converts. Willie going to put this chip on the other side.
Right into the stroke to victory. The second one getting blocked on here. Not going to stop out there. Just gets to confirm into the overdrive in there. Start out with a stylish way to end the round.
Nice stuff. Tyler going to be able to super confirm to close it out. And with our burst in our back pocket still, we're sitting pretty. I like how we get a chance to already set up the rope as well. Punishing that sultry performance from Willie, but the burst keeps us on this side of the screen.
A little bit of harmony coming out to play here. Get the trying to go with the follow-up in here one more time. This time holding it down on there. The PRC trying to find out a way to get on back with the block on here, but we're getting the YRC to get off of me and get back into the throw, back into the corner you go.
I like this from Willie. Tyler could potentially burst here. Yeah, there it is to try to stay on this side of the screen. Doesn't want to let that Eno get positive bonus because that could be a way to run away with the round, but risky. It's going to be a lot of damage here. Not enough to kill. Tyler only needs one more mix-up to close it out.
That's super easy to do if you're a Chipp. You got plenty of ways to do it, and you're going to spin to win onto the other side here. Tyler gets the first one.
Willie's showing us some strong stuff there in that round. When we're running the pressure and we're putting that Chipp in the corner, it's paying off. I like what we were seeing. Tyler, I mean, I'm going to keep it a buck. Did not respect some of that pressure very early on with the DP, and that was correct, right? Because it got Willie second-guessing potentially on our pressure, on our offense going forward. If you get that done early in the set, then you get another 5 games potentially to just get to play your own wake-up. You maybe get the wake-up for free a couple times.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Like, fighting games are one of those things where you need to, like, it's two people battling to decide who is the orchestrator at this current moment here. Tyler's showcasing early on. It's like, I'm setting the tempo. I'm setting it up here. You play the woodwinds.
I mean, despite that, Willie still able to convert off of some of these hits out here, especially the strokes. Nice EP bait from Willie, but the burst comes out.
All right. Early on in there into the follow-up in here, putting on the little antidepressant scale in here. Going to go ahead and get the follow-ups on that. Going to make sure to break that wall with the overdrive. This is what Willie wanted to look for.
For sure. Willie definitely in the driver's seat right now, orchestrating, as Risky was saying. We have that tension to keep ourselves safe, hard to potentially mix something up here. It's going to be the YRC. They get some distance back, a very well-spaced stroke. Tyler going to get beat out here. Willie taking a round.
Back into it in the game. We're already backdashing early on, a little bit of a trade in there, but the Mad Love keeps on with the guard crush on there, forcing the burst away to get back Chipp into the corner. Nice anti-air there from Willie, though. Tyler showing you that DP again. Oh, the throw is well. Man, even I was forgetting about the throw. Willie going to have to start thinking about that one on the stack as well, and just already showing that option. Tyler catching with the low to send you through. Yeah, we saw early on, like the first match in here, Willie was able to go in for the throw. But we're going to go in and we're going to keep it plus on there afterwards here. Hold it down with the Soldier performance, but here comes the 6P on the other hand. Get the back throw back into the corner you go. Yeah, unfortunate drop right there. Willie says, hey, we take those. Unfortunate drop there from Willie, so now we're even. But the stroke counter hit is going to be some good damage, not enough to kill. Oh, that's a full stick of butter for Tyler. They're going to use one up in their BRC. Oh, goes above the chemical love on there afterwards. Going to get him an opportunity for Tyler to go ahead, get down the mark, and turn things around just like that. Oh, man. It's okay. Walk it off. Tie your shoes. It's all good. Just take it, and we keep moving on that one, Risky. We don't think nothing happened. Nice burst there. Great stuff there from Willie, putting the Chipp in the corner. Enough time to set up the tie rope on there, but we go in with the follow-up on here. Going to go get the pickup one more time. Going to head, get the full charge in here. Goodbye to the middle part of your life bar, Tyler. Oh, yeah. Hey, not going to need it for the rest of this game, potentially. I mean, possibly, lose or win. Because we're running some pressure, but it's going to be that wake-up reversal. Willie needs one more mix to close it out. It's going to be that counter hit with the 2D. Unfortunate drop there, but in the drop-timal, we're going to go ahead and close you out with one more reset. Willie getting a game on the board. Yeah, absolute dropped them all there on there. Just he's like at a couple times actually on there against from Willie. But did get a time for our first match that we've had that's going 1-1 so far. Like both players winning a match here. So going to go right back into it now. True first of 2 coming up. It seems, I mean, so Tyler, of course, having that DP option to try to get Willie off of us, it has been great and well placed. But I think that Willie, just in general, is playing so much better in the scramble. So, like, Tyler trying to keep the pressure after DP can have trouble with Willie just waking up with buttons, fighting really well in the mid-screen, spacing out the strokes in really well times. Now, I'm saying all that, but Tyler's running the pressure right now, catching us. With the blades on the other side, we're hopping around like that, but this time hold it down until they get the block on the DP. 6P get the block, get the way of the burst in here, but now we're holding back the corner for Willie. That's a cool setup. I think we were plus on block after that, so able to run our pressure after. Tyler going to be able to go for the same side. Willie blocking it out, active on the 2P as well, trying to get this Chipp off of us. And the depressive scale keeps it down, like forcing Tyler to block low on here afterwards here. YRC, I don't even want to like detail with the overhead because I know what's going to happen when you get that hit. Oh, the follow-up on there, the whip punish from Willie.
Yeah, I like that Willie in the scramble was able to press that 5P, but Tyler still only needed just a teeny bit of HP to chew through, so in that reset closes it out. Willie trying to fight back with the dive, but Tyler so strong on his chip. Great whip punishes.
Performance try to go in for the whip. No punish in there from Tyler. Let's get the chemical love on there afterwards here. So we're gonna go ahead, get the knockdown, and we still get the like Sonic speed run all the way to the other side and get that full combo. Wow.
Yeah, it's a gold split out here. Great stuff. Willie gonna take you over to the corner and through the wall. Man, honestly, I'm always surprised when Eno gets those conversions. Holy moly.
Oh, and yeah, try the follow-up in here. Tyler was waiting out for it. Got the 6P on there anyway. BRC tried to get the stroke to victory. Looked like trying to get the follow-up, but had to get the DP ready and waiting.
My God, and the shimmies from Tyler are so threatening as well, but Willie has not fallen forward yet. Oh, okay. Well, Tyler keeping our backdash safe right there with that DP after, and the overhead closes it out. But man, that round was awesome, and it was so close too.
Oh yeah, we're down to the wire there. If the overhead is not being wire seed, like none of them have been blocked here so far. Willie has been getting hit, like wanting to try to interrupt on there or get away from it, and like has been unable to, which is giving Tyler the lead.
Yeah, I mean, it can be hard to answer, especially, I mean, if you have the privilege of having a DP, especially like a flash kick or something, it could be kind of nice to just be able to react to it at times, but sometimes a little bit of that chip defense is just trying to RPS between, you know, are they just going to cancel after, you know, are they going to stagger after Rekka 2? Am I going to be able to try to go for the punish after the overhead? Is it going to be early? Are they going to fast RC it, you know? So definitely going to have to try to make some of those guesses there. Willie doing some good chances, some good guesses in general, but oh my God, great 5P conversion there from Tyler. Yeah, I don't blame you for bursting.
Yeah, on the sultry performance on that here, but we're going to go right back into it. Willie does get the knockdown here, trying to keep you guessing, but no, the DP is there to save Tyler once again.
It's going to be that cross-up overhead. Tyler converting off of that one, has the tension as well. Doesn't get the corner carry all the way, but nice throw here on the sultry. Been doing a good job of that in this set.
Oh, and get the call out on there afterwards here. Going to go all the way into it. Going to get the follow-up with the RC in there. And yeah, you have more than enough to just go ahead and finish it. You don't even need the wall. Go into set point, Tyler.
I got to hand it to Tyler. Risky. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I've seen someone actually punish that super. So that is so great. Awesome stuff from Tyler.
I really thought it was going to be initially the other super on there, which would have been a little bit more dangerous, but I think Tyler had more than enough room to punish either way on there. Already half that life bar, more than half that life bar is gone. Willie's trying to fight back, does get the block on the DP. No follow-up, though!
Yeah, unfortunate stuff there. The YRC will get us a chance to breathe. Willie trying to go for that air HCL, but Tyler fighting back.
Just go in with a 6H at the very end there. 3-1. Tyler going to add another win. I see Sin versus Jacko.
We've been seeing Sin all night. Neptunest going to try to take it out here on this Jacko. And surprisingly, we've been seeing other Jackos as well. Honestly, a character that normally isn't that popular, but we got some strong ones coming out tonight. Neptunest, one of them. They're going to send you through with this Elysian drive already.
Yeah, no, definitely. It feels like, especially like as of recent times here, the stocks in for Jacko have been increasing on there from offline and online tournaments on there. I saw some really good stuff at SQ earlier this year with Joe Brownie on the Jacko as well. And right now we're seeing some really good stuff from Neptunest holding down the entire stage.
Yeah, Neptunest, very strong Jacko out here. Casper showing you that this Sin can fight back, though. Going to get one counter hit was all we need to break the wall. Jesus. Oh, my Lord. Now, we did have to spend that wild assault to keep it going, and we did link that 2K. Great stuff from Casper.
Yeah, I like using the shield on there to stop away like some of the approaches in there from Sin, because it's like just the threat of the servant being in front of you there, like being able to pull that off and get a little bit of damage in there and stop the approach and lose that stamina is good. But right now we got the Forever Elysian driver here. That's going to tie up the life bar, get a little bit of a head of a lead, and that positive bonus for Neptunest.
Yeah, and Casper with no stamina is going to have to rely on the system mechanics once we get out of that corner. YRC is going to be a start, but calling out 6B with 2D and an early super cancel means Casper doesn't get a chance to spend that burst. Now, of course, we're still alive, but Neptunest in a great spot.
Yeah, it still has one little bit of meter with it, and you know, they're just as you do, you got the confirm, trying to damned if you do, damned if you don't, get that burst out of here, and Neptunest is going to take that very first match.
I like what Neptunest did right there at the very end. Casper was willing to fight out of the corner with that 6P. Felt comfortable depending on Neptunest's previous pressure that option was going to work. But that's when the 2D came out. So we're able to mix up our options even on that pressure despite not even having the bots. Just those Jacko normals are enough to get someone opened up if you got red RC behind you.
Oh, absolutely here. We saw that, like just keeping up the approach on here, like not afraid of anything that that Sin can bring to the table here. Already trying to get the early on, the confirm early here from Neptunest to go into the burst here. Servant going to come out to play here. Time for the reset. There it is. Tag, you're it.
And Neptunest is trying to bait that burst, but Casper not falling for it. But at some point, you know, you gotta send it, or Neptunest is gonna make you hurt with this hard knockdown. We could see some wild assaults here from Casper, who had an amazing conversion earlier, but nice counter hit the start. Neptunest closing out the round regardless.
Oh, Neptunest wanted that burst regardless of there. It's like, you're gonna do a hero burst? You're gonna do anything on it? Casper wisely held on to it on there at that point, but but Neptunest wanted that so bad.
I mean, hey, I don't blame you. You're trying to get the top 8 out here in Paragon. Everybody wants it out here, but it can only be a couple. So who's it going to be? Neptunest already with a good start, but Casper can play it out on this Sin. It's going to be on the other side of the wall, though.
We got this going to kick in here. Both players have 50% tension to work with here. Casper doesn't even get a chance to use that burst whatsoever here. Neptunest on the perfect.
Unfortunate stuff right there, Neptunest. Well, I mean, unfortunate or unfortunate, depending on who you're rooting for. Of course, if you're rooting for Yokai, you're rooting for Neptunest, you're rooting for Jacko, you're saying, heck yeah, we're playing pretty strong out here, keeping those bots on top. Casper, got to get something started out here in this Sin. Going to see if we can't fight back through those bots, try to press them down. Of course, you can get those stamina cancels off the bots. We were talking earlier about Sin v Asuka being able to cancel off the cubes. Doing the same off the bots could be a great way to get in and try to mix up Neptunest, not let her get comfortable with that full screen presence. Oh,
that is absolutely true in here. We do get rid of the, we might be having some network issues. Well, okay, never mind. We're going right back into the play. Just a little bit of a follow-up on here, but we're going to go enough time set up the servant same side here. Two of them out in the play here. We're getting pushed all the way like an air hockey puck back into the corner for Casper.
And Neptunest was actually the one to spend our burst first, so Casper has a chance to get out of this corner, but I mean, Neptunest playing wall ball out here, man.
Oh, Sin is the wall at this point here, having to hold all of that down here. A little bit of a trade, but not going to be enough here. Try to go in there for the whip throw, and Neptunest is going to finish off that round to set point.
I like what Casper was doing here, though. You saw the 2P to try to fight back on the wake up, and you also saw the throw when Neptunest was in front of us. So we're active here on this defense. It's just that Neptunest, with that high APM, with these quick actions, is smothering this in. It's going to be that fast PRC. To turn this one into a combo is actually going to be a corner steal. Casper was holding forward to walk out.
Yeah, finding those moments in there where they count in there just to kind of get a better understanding of the matchup for sure. But it is going to be the 2D into the conversion for Neptunest. Going to make that a 3-0.
Strong stuff. Hey, it's the night of the Jackos out here. Apparently, more action to come and all kinds of games. But right now, we're talking about Guilty Gear Strive, and we got ActionCat up against PzDoesStuff. PZ going to get something started out here on this May. We got Ram out here in the corner. Action trying to get out, trying to spin that burst to do so.
My favorite button in the universe, jumping heavy slash, gets his mark again on there. A little bit too close on the short on the horizontal dolphin in there. Got the back throw in there from ActionCat, and here comes a pizza cutter to go break down that wall.
BRC to try to steal some distance forward. Doesn't punish that backdash quite yet, but does steal the distance. PZ gonna do the cross up, but Action blocks it out. The BRC still getting opened up by a low. Oh my lord, great blocks here from PZ. We keep the pressure running. Couldn't get the link after the close it out, but needs only one more hit to close it. It's gonna be that jumping. Great stuff.
Oh, I need to watch back on that. That BRC did not even touch a PZ at all on there. I was surprised at that interaction of no interaction, in fact.
Right.
I mean, yeah, definitely some shenanigans out here, but despite that, PZ still looking good.
Keeping it plus, BRC, yeah, the close slash on here. Here comes the burst away for ActionCat in there. Gets in with the jumping slash in there into the first part of the Rekka, but going to get back thrown for all the work.
Yeah, PZ was ready with the back throw just in time. Action, unfortunately, couldn't get that link, but does have the tension to keep that special move safe. PZ could potentially burst here, but doesn't feel the pressure and closes it out with that burst meter full. We're going to get our first game on the board.
The, yeah, like Sonic Breaker in the chat, like the counter hit lowered the BRC slowdown. I need to double check. Like I need to look at the clip on there. That might have been what happened on there, but yeah, it's like that's still kind of insane that it happened like it did on there. But regardless, PC really good blocking on there, especially when having to deal with the longer range of Ramlethal, especially being able to like throw out the swords, be able to call be able to call it out and kind of keep their tempo. Like PC was just having none of that.
I mean, PC was definitely, you know, in the driver's seat in terms of like, I'm putting something on the screen, I'm making a choice, are you reacting to it? So we're going to see if the Johnny swap is going to be a good counter to that play style. ActionCat definitely probably appreciates that mid-range slash pressure that Johnny still has it despite some of those Season 4 changes. But PZ still looking good out here in this main, trying to bait that burst.
Yeah, I mean, you also got access to, like, you know, be able to throw out the cards in there, force the guard crush on there afterwards here, which can really stop Mei in a lot of the pressure on there afterwards here. Right now, not stopping PZ at all in here. Here comes the burst. We're back into neutral in there. Not getting anything for the cards in here. So it's going to be continuing up with the 2K into the run-up throw for PZ another round.
Honestly, PZ, like, I don't know if y'all can tell this by watching it, but I'm sure ActionCat playing right now probably is feeling smothered right now by PZ with just like the dash normals, the stagger throws. Like, this Mei is on top of you, especially with the Dolphins, of course. Those are the obvious ones. They're going to send you through. ActionCat taking a lot of damage here.
That goes in for heavy slash on there, just get a little bit of extra damage through the wall on here afterwards. Time for the Yoki setup, gets a little bit of light touch from that jumpy P, and you know what, calls off it, but the block in there for ActionCat doesn't get a lot for it. We're just going to get called out with the mash out. 5P into the 3K confirm at the end.
I know it's sour, you couldn't get the full conversion after, but great stuff there regardless from ActionCat. Was ready for that reversal super, had the punish locked after, but PZ was still able to close it out. At that point, we had afforded ourselves so much leeway that we were able to close it out on that next interaction. This Mei is looking good. I do like this swap here onto the Johnny from ActionCat. We'll see what we got here in this game 3.
Yeah, we're just not being able to see. We're seeing the cards come out to play, but not being able to get the setup to get PC near him to begin the real pressure that Johnny can have in those situations. But this could be the change of it on here. We're all right to the wall. We're going to have a chance to break it. Throw out the Molotov. Not even half that life bar is gone on a PC side.
That was a good combo there from ActionCat to start us off, but PZ going to be closing that gap back up. Nice stuff, going to super you through, but Action with so much resources here.
Oh, the 6P though, trying to wait out. Like, are you going to use that burst? Nope, nothing for it here. PZ feels pretty confident on that. Going to go in the side switch on there. Big slash in there from ActionCat. Could be costly.
Oh, awesome stuff. Maybe trying to go for that super, but hey, we take those. PZ all of a sudden not in a great spot. Does have some tension here. Action spending that burst to try to keep that round in our favor, but PZ closing it out.
The timing on that burst being in such a way that the 3K pushed to the other side, little unfortunate for ActionCat on there. Was hoping to probably keep the wall and keep up their force happening on here, because now it is set point for PZ. We go ahead and change it up between the throws back into it. Stays on to the other side with Jumpy P.
Action is running our pressure right here. I like that reservedness to go back with our stance, but PZ closes the distance regardless with that S Dolphin and sends it through to finish it off. It's going to be a 3-0 out here for this Mei.
Okay, I'll put it back up now that you've
yeah.
Guys, here we go. We got DainsLeif up against Skud. Now, we saw Skud earlier tonight out here in this sim, but we're going to see this new matchup for them against DainsLeif. A very strong Millia, very high APM. That's what you want with this Pixie character. Great start here with this H-Disc.
Oh yeah, one thing you have to worry about, but Skud with the backdash into it, like following like on the hit from DainsLeif on there. But we're going to go right back into neutral here. from trying to get the call out from the 2K from DainsLeif.
Oh, and Skud acted with that 6P. You can't let that Millia dance in the air for free, and that's what Scud's trying to stop. But despite that, DainsLeif keeping you in the corner, does have that tension to convert one more hit into a kill potentially, but no, Skud got our burst just in time.
Yes, by the way, no Maturino codes are left in there. 0 of 50 are remaining in there. Thank you, everyone, for that. Geek, you may put your finger down.
Trust me. I was watching. Trust me. I was like, 1250, thank God. No. But yeah, thank y'all very much for that, guys, supporting the players. Just like DainsLeif and Skud out here, we're trying to get up into that top 8. We're still in the ladder for a couple more minutes, a couple more matches, and DainsLeif trying to get another game for ourselves on the board. Nice stuff.
Trying to the instant air dash in there, the follow-up. Buzzsaw blades coming out, Tandem top, same side. Doesn't even need the wall or any follow-up on there. Just needs a touch of death, and DainsLeif has it.
Awesome stuff to finish that one off. I think that Skud in this first game is showing some awesome signs of life with those attempts at the anti-airs to try to keep DainsLeif from even getting that start in the air, right? Because if Millia starts playing for free, starts getting comfortable, then you're going to have an even harder time already. Scud doesn't really have like that verticality on the Sin that other characters like the Jacko 2S would have, right? So you have to be pretty preemptive with those anti-airs.
Yeah, the preemptive is right on there. You do have access to the those more vertical 6P on there that can stop a lot of approaching on Millia on that, but you have to really commit to the bit as the turbo fall onto the other side, and that's what we know Millia for all the way through. We're just going to go all the way to the other side with the blades on top, tandem top, the follow-up on there, positive bonus, one last interaction potentially.
I mean, Skud does have a million resources, but is not going to get that chance to spend them. DainsLeif getting a perfect with that Iron Savior conversion.
Big 2D, enough time to get the OTG on the ground here, get pushed away into, but we're going with the Compel just to get a little bit of call off and back into Oki Town.
We do have the burst. It comes out to keep ourselves safe. Dancing around those beak drivers. DainsLeif active with that 2K as well. My lord, we have something crazy APM on this Millia.
Here comes the winger all the way down through here. Going to be in the last little bit here. Going to get enough time to get quickly back into 50% health. Attention, rather. Doesn't even need it. There's a perfect.
That's DainsLeif getting our second game on the board. This Millia knows where we need to be. We know what we want to do. We just got to get there and start pressing those buttons. I think that's something that's, maybe unspoken about some of these very quick characters, right? Is that these players are already so well practiced in the mix, so well practiced on the combo conversions and stuff, that they can think about where they want to put themselves. They don't have to think about the conversions. They don't have to think about what buttons they're pressing. They're just putting themselves there.
Oh yeah, no, they've done all the math, all the situations on here. The trigonometry is in full effect, and DainsLeif is showing that on the test with 100 so far here. Scud's going to be able to get a couple of hits on here so far as we go back into neutral. But we're trying to wait and try to get that long-reaching normal from Scud.
Nice counter hit. Feeling that pressure, DainsLeif spends that burst. Scud showing some awesome play here with that full stamina. Gets some mix as well with these tick throws. DainsLeif getting counter hit again out here. Risky. That's a lot of damage.
All right, trying to change the score on that test a little bit in here. Just goes in for the low special on there afterwards. Scud going to get the first round on their side.
I mean, the way Scud's playing right now, this Sin is definitely going to mix things up. DainsLeif going to have to put a lid on it and close out this set. Or feel the wrath of Scud on this momentum swing. Going to spend that burst to get something started out here, but DainsLeif with an anti-air close slash.
Okay, the first Artemis did get almost punished on there afterwards. Doesn't get the follow-up on there after the Artemis on that combo here. Going to hold it down. A lot of these 2Ks from DainsLeif are hitting the mark.
Oh, and the counter hit 6H. That's hitting the mark as well. Needs one more hit to close it out. Scud has a chance to fight back.
To the Elcon on there afterwards here. Not going to build up enough for a meter here, but half that life bar is gone for DainsLeif. A little bit to work with. So that's burst on there. BRC trying to bait out a button. No dice.
That first backdash was able to dodge the far slash, but not the second. I love that DainsLeif was ready with the Mirages as well to keep the mix going or try to convert after a counter hit, excuse me. Great throw here from DainsLeif.
Same side into the turbo fall in here. First you don't see tandem top again on there, forcing the burst away from Skud.
Nice stuff. DainsLeif getting some nicks in here as well. A lot of stamina, but it's going to be that cross-up. Oh, my lord. DainsLeif so quick out here.
Just get the approach on there. Maybe we'll try to get to the other side after the left shaker, but no can do here. Just going to keep up with the same side. Blocks on the YRC and going to get the round with another perfect on there. A 3-0 to add to the 3-0 pile that we've seen all Paragon evening so far. But instead, we got ourselves a match here. Thank you all for your patience here. PurpleKrok versus PzDoesStuff in here right now. So we got ourselves a matchup I'm very familiar with in my local scene. Potemkin versus May.
Oh, man. Now, we saw PZ and Purple earlier tonight. You got to go back and check it out in the VOD if you missed it. But we're going to be seeing them against each other. Definitely going to be explosive either way, whether it's this Potemkin or whether it's this May. Great punish from PZ and a counter hit to take it to the corner.
One thing that I noticed from that first matchup with PZ was like really good at getting the setups into close slash, which is a May's favorite button to go like outside of like your just standard 5 heavy slash on there afterwards, because it is plus on block on there afterwards. But the call out for PurpleKrok in there. That life bar is draining a little by little here. PZ trying to get in, goes in. Time for just stays out of nothing on the follow up from the back throw.
Okay, great stuff with that flick cancel. I like how we closed the distance with the 6K and was able to take out PZ. PurpleKrok with a good comeback. PZ getting thrown off of that Dolphin reset attempt. This Potemkin looking good.
Rudo impact coming out of here. We're like flowing into the heat tackle on there afterwards here. Back into the corner. Nothing on the block on here afterwards here, but no follow-up on the PRC from PurpleKrok either.
Nice OTG setup right there. That was the 2H Dolphin. I like that stuff from PZ, and a 5P air-to-air confirm to send this Potemkin through. PurpleKrok will have some tension on the other side in a moment here, but some damage is being dealt here from PZ.
Not even going to wait for the burst to come out and play. Just wants the damage and wants it right now. Through another wall we're going to go here. Jumping over on the slide head. He's trying to get away, but does get hit with the heat tackle.
We do have our burst. PurpleKrok spends it to keep this May in the corner. Gonna try to get that PRC to get a burst bait. PZ holds onto it and is able to weave it in later with that 50 tension. Could close out this round and does so with that 2S.
Really competitive first match on here. Love to see it like between these two here. We're trying to hold it down here. We're in that 5K range in here for PZ, but we're going to go in with the 2S. Try to go in for the throw setup and gets denied.
Being active out here. PurpleKrok showing you that backwards Mega Fist to try to like make some more distance. And then, oh my lord, a full charge dust coming out. And an early round here from PurpleKrok, dealing HP and mental damage.
Oh, and I like that PurpleKrok is just not letting up in here, like walking slowly but surely out in there. Gigantor does come out in there, forcing May into the corner on there with the heat tackle on top of that, and that's going to be the first one for PurpleKrok.
Yeah, depending on the spacing, you probably could have converted off of that. So PurpleKrok was already ready with it. I think you saw what priming up the 2K after. So awesome stuff. PurpleKrok probably been in that situation before, was able to use that to our advantage, that experience. Going to be able to take this first game against PZ, but I mean, that May was definitely being very explosive. That very first round was looking like it was in PZ's hands. PurpleKrok just did a pretty good comeback.
Yeah, we saw some really good good conversions in there from PZ, especially like in the corner. We had that jumping P all the way through here, and we're seeing some like trying to find ways to approach with the far split on there from the horizontal Dolphin, but we're not seeing the full conversion. PurpleKrok being able to win out on for the most part here.
Gonna close out some space here with that forward Mega Fist, and also trying to just take space with 2S, just threatening that hitbox out there. PZ is the one getting these first hits, and the Crocs feels that pressure, spends the burst, closes the distance with that heat tackle. PZ with some good IBFEs, but PurpleKrok getting back in.
And this is why, like, PurpleKrok's been using the heat tackle a lot, especially in that first set as well, even though was getting denied a lot of it. This time around, like, was able to get the full gamut on there. BRC for PzDoesStuff to go in with the back throw. Doesn't get anything else on there afterwards here. RC into the heat knuckle. Bang, 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 boom.
Oh my lord. No way we get the risky sound effects for free, by the way. That's fire. not the bang boom. We got not the bang boom.
we've got that back throw on there afterwards here. Just going to try to go in for the 6H on there afterwards here. And not time for a little bit of OTG setups in here. But get back into the throw. Get back over there. I want you specifically there.
PurpleKrok trying to put you where you want, like a strategy game, saying, this is where I need you. PZ does have that burst. Doesn't spend it yet, though.
Garuda impact close and personal on here. The blue wild assault on there. Get the guard crush. Finally was able to escape in there. Enough time for the beach ball setup on here, and we're trying to keep their turn up forward. The tap dust is going to go into some big damage right here.
Oh man, I love that early cancel to get the super hard knockdown. PZ with some amazing routing. PurpleKrok has the resources to potentially take it out. And with that PRC, there it is, Risky. The bang, boom. Getting this game too.
Yeah, just with a little bit of PRC on there afterwards, you're in that close enough range for PurpleKrok to give you a hug, fly you up in the air, check out the sights for a little bit, but you're going back down with help of Potemkin and a little bit of gravity.
Yeah, a little bit. 90% Potemkin, 10% gravity.
You know, like, you know, say that gravity, you know, the speed you fall in gravity, 9.8 meters squared, but they don't have, you forget about the Potemkin variable on top of that. It's just like, it's 3 times the force alone. Easy. Yeah.
The Potemkin constant.
Yes, that's what they don't teach you in school, the Potemkin constant.
Yeah, you only hear about that in your masters.
Did my thesis on that.
We got game 3 out here, y'all. We got to put the finals away. It's going to be that counter at 6K to start it all. PurpleKrok, I got to say, these heat tackles have been dealing damage. Yeah,
covering up so much of the screen in here. And, like, I love that PurpleKrok's been not afraid to go in for the throws on there afterwards, because PZ has been just hitting the button, especially up close and personal here. Was just like, you know, like, I'm going to go ahead and get reset back into there. We're not spamming the Dolphin at this point here. We're going to hit it with Mega Fist. No! Nothing on the throw, just get the whiff on there, but just forcing the burst away.
Yeah, that burst could be lethal out here. PZ gets a chance to fight back, but PurpleKrok walking it down the screen. Only one more pixel will deal it. It's going to be that back throw. PurpleKrok able to take that burst and the round. We're sitting here on set point.
Something that PZ has to really watch out for, because PurpleKrok has been going in anytime they're up close and they're about to hit a button, especially on knockdown in there, with just been able to go for the throw. But this time the overhead kiss going to scale down considerably on here, but you are going to get the positive bonus in here, going to get enough to get at least 50% tension for the next roundabout.
Now we do have that mix coming up here in a moment, but actually we're both thinking about the mix, Risky, but it's actually the throw that comes out. The same side gets counter hit. PurpleKrok getting beat up here, but we do have our burst good. Counter hit on that Mega Fist to fight back out of the corner.
Oh, back away. Heat tackle does nothing, but the PRC saves it, trying to make it safer.
Easy with 100 tension here. Oh my lord, nice jab burst bait there from PZ, and 100 tension doesn't even need to spend it. It's just going to be that raw S Dolphin hit.
Yeah, could have like finished it off with a simple 3K at the very end there, but unfortunately wrong button was being hit there. This time going to go ahead and get the knockdown back. Mega Fist is going to do a lot of work for PurpleKrok.
Nice whiff punish with that 5H, but PurpleKrok putting out a lot of great back throws in this set.
Catches on the jump in there with the heat tackle all the way. You know what? At first you don't see. This time jumping over the Garuda impact on the other side. Same side for the 2U. Jumping 2U.
Oh, PurpleKrok being able to mash out with that 2P. PZ does have the burst here and tension. PurpleKrok, though, able to stagger it out. The burst gets spent, but the life is low. Good 3K red RC here from this Mang.
Oh, doesn't get the converting flight, unfortunately here. Going to go try to keep away from the back Mega Fist, but right again, this time too far away for the Potemkin Buster for PurpleKrok.
Oh, that's the 5D mix. Great stuff here from PZ. Oh my god, but a pixel left remaining. This could be either player's game. PurpleKrok with a well-timed flick. Needs one more hit to take it.
Frontless defense, not going to keep you for very long, and that meter's going down fast. One more touch is all you need here to gain a little bit, and the Gigantor, that could be a checkmate if you get above it. No, can't do that. Job being heavy side for PurpleKrok brings you down to the
Akihabara the Akihabara arcade. There we go. So big shout outs to Pip supporting those locals playing out on this Faust. It's going to be a hard one out against DainsLeif on this Millia. A lot of good anti-airs and throws here from Pip. Great start.
Yeah, shout out to the whole Colorado FGC as well on that. Unfortunately, the bomb is going to get thrown back. Faust is going to get a little bit of a hit on there, but we're going right back into the neutral, going to hold it down away from the cannon toss.
Oh man, that mini Faust doing a good thing here. Pip trying to get something started with these quick normals, very high APM, and you got to have that against Millia to try to keep her back. Going to spend that burst, but the follow-up still comes out. Pip needs one more hit to close out the round.
Doesn't get the follow-up on there afterwards, but we go in and play a little bit of baseball with a tap dust in her. Pip is definitely gaming.
Oh man, DainsLeif getting hit up here, going to be knocked down by this 100-ton weight. This Faust is all of a sudden looking like the Pixie character, huh? Rushing you down, trying to keep you down with these items. DainsLeif fighting back though.
Yeah, I like that we were being able to call out early on in there. We did get the fishing on there to force the burst away from DainsLeif early on in that. But a lot of items on the screen, and we're playing down with the force of gravity into the bomb on there afterwards here. More parades coming into the 2K on there afterwards here. And yeah, Pip is just setting the tone all the way through.
Yeah, Pip has demanded a lot of respect here on the defense. DainsLeif holding some of this Faust pressure, but it's been paying off because now we get a chance to fight back. Nice fast RC here from Pip. Finally gets opened up by the overhead, but for the most part, the defense has been pretty good.
Yeah, really solid defense on there. You can't block them all on there. The Bad Moon was able to make a stop on there. I was actually able to avoid the Afro DainsLeif on there. Going to be putting that on to Pip Gaming. Going to get caught on there, but got to watch out. It's going to explode. Does not get the gold burst because the explosion put Pip away.
And the meteor, but we couldn't get the follow-up because Pip was actually still waking up. The mini Faust doesn't get the connection, so DainsLeif is still alive. But oh my god, it actually was a well-placed JP there from DainsLeif.
Oh yeah, Pip tried to do the 2K anti-air in there from Faust, but the timing on that, DainsLeif was able to get the full capacity of that. But we're going in, playing a little bit of that golf back in the neutral. Tandem Top says, "Get off me! I don't need you near me, Doctor Good Sir."
Oh man. This is going to hurt, though. Pip going to be able to pull up on you with this 50 tension. DainsLeif with a wake-up Artemis. Oh, my lord. And it worked.
Going in, like, sending out the items. What could this be? The winger, you got the right side on that. So full punish into the backspace, a backdash, rather, from Pip.
Man, Pip trying to get something started earlier with that 5P, 6P conversion, but DainsLeif was able to fight out of it. Low HP here on this Millia, but could get something started despite that item call. J2K gets a counter hit, but the burst comes out.
Oh, that could have been like really hairy with the Capel on there with the explosions going in there. Cancel out the BRC, trying to catch the air-to-air. No dice for it. Pip is trying to keep on it. Mini Faust does get the hit on there. Capels get out of the way. Well placed, threading the needle.
Oh, it was just a stagger close slash, all of the tricks, all of the shenanigans, and it was just a delay close slash to finish it off. Wow, that was an awesome game to set the tone for this top 8.
Oh, especially when Mini Faust comes out to play, it feels like it's almost inevitable that it's like, okay, you're just gonna have to deal with the block and the mix-up that happens on there afterwards. DainsLeif was like, no, we're gonna go ahead and try to like get away through that and cause that scramble to happen. So good on them for making that happen, but unfortunately Pip does get that final hit, taking the lead 1-0 so far.
We'll see what we got here from DainsLeif. Some pretty confident round start options here as well. Pip trying to be aggressive with that wild assault, keeping this pressure up on this Millia, trying to dash around here. DainsLeif being pretty patient, I gotta say, here on this Millia, looking for a chance to strike, and here it is.
Yeah, a lot of risk got built up as a result of all that blocking on there, but slowly going away thanks to the offensive pressure coming in here from DainsLeif. Going to break that wall, get that positive bonus, going to be working on a full 100% tension on there afterwards. The backdash getting caught with the long range of Pip.
I like being able to use that Septum Voices to skip neutral a bit here and still have some meter in your back pocket. Take that 2D hard knockdown, keep that pressure up. Pip with some good blocks for the most part. DainsLeif still trying to get something started out here. It's a little scrambly, but Faust gets the open up.
Quick PRC onto the other side, going to maintain the advantage in here for Pip. Stays out of there. We're trying to keep that distance away here because anything, as more, you get that close slash and suddenly things are hopping for DainsLeif.
I like that S-Disc conversion as well. An awesome change here for Millias as of late. This Pip trying to keep things going with that fast RC. J2K definitely wanted to pull up on you with that snip if we were going to get that grab connection, but DainsLeif going to get the whiff punish instead.
Cannon Top get the push on, but we're not going to, nothing for the grab on there. Backdash, a lot of respect trying to find that one moment here. Someone's going to whiff a button in here and they're going to find it.
Oh man, good spacing there from DainsLeif, able to get over these long-range normals from Pip and keep that pressure up, catching the backdash. Couldn't get the 2H conversion, so Pip with a well-placed wake-up 6P. Still in the corner, but fighting back.
The second 2P does get the mark in here. Cancels out into the mix. Mini Faust still active on play, but it's going to be the terrain actually getting hit because DainsLeif picked up the trumpet first on here. Pip turns things around, back into the corner we go. Not gonna kill, but that one interaction, that one touch is all you need.
DainsLeif blocking it out, hoping for a miracle here. You gotta look out for that mini Faust, but hey, don't even have to worry about it now because you're dead. This Faust is gonna be able to finish the food, evening up the rounds here. The burst is even as well, but Pip still has that game advantage.
Okay, stays on the same side in there just to kind of keep the get the mini parade. Unfortunately, not going to get anything for it here. Tandem Top switching over to the other side. Now the mix-up is happening for DainsLeif.
And we have that tension as well, so we can cash out some damage here. One more mix could be it, and some fast RC shenanigans could be the start of it. But Pip with just some simple blocks and a nice Scarecrow PRC to get something started on DainsLeif.
Oh, Faust is so good at making haircuts together. Doesn't even need to take off Millia's hat to make it happen. But the turnaround, oh, good conversion in there for DainsLeif, tying it up 1-1.
I wonder if, if I can psychoanalyze a bit, I wonder if Pip was seeing that burst from DainsLeif and seeing the meter full and probably got a little fancy there with that Scarecrow reset instead. But DainsLeif blocked correctly. It is a 50-50, it seems like, in there in that corner. Sometimes you have to guess, depending on visually where that Faust is. But DainsLeif guessed right, came out on top, evened up the score, and now we're going to game 3.
DainsLeif did a really good job of identifying where in the playing Where's Waldo with the Scarecrow on there. We saw that early on with the Winger in that first match as well.
Yeah, being able to put that super in the right spot and that hair car in the right spot. The burst comes out to try to keep yourself alive. You're still in the corner, and your hurt box was extended, so your own bomb hit you. Great conversion off of that from DainsLeif.
The Stretch Armstrong on top of that. That's very costly. Middle of your life bar, gone.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Faust, I gotta say. So strong stuff regardless. Pip keeping that pressure up, keeping this Millia in the corner. Great conversion.
To the mix. Time to play it. You got guessed wrong onto the other side. Forcing the burst away from DainsLeif, but here comes the 6P into the setup.
Unfortunate. Was able to get that throw to keep the pressure up, though. That was nasty. Corner stealing with the low. DainsLeif pulling out all the tricks to try to get some games here to stay here in this top 8.
The turbo fall from Millia in there just to get away, but here comes the Capel. Doesn't get the converting flight on there, but a little bit of mashing out there just to get a little bit of extra damage.
Getting a little tricky there with the punishes. DainsLeif trying to keep that pressure up with the PRC. I love the check there on that Charge Blue Wild Assault. The deflect shield getting called out by that air dash, but Pip keeping the pressure up.
One of the problems with deflect shield, especially with a high-flying character like Millia in there, you cannot stay away for very long in here, but the mix all the way to the other side. Nearly tying up on the life bars on here. We're compelling out of the way into another tandem top situation.
I think that was basically 100 meter. Yeah, a full stick of meter on Pip's side, but it's going to go to 0 because DainsLeif was the one finishing off that game. What a perfect time to do so, because that Faust is definitely tricky. You let Pip get a second to breathe, and you're seeing some Scarecrow PRC shenanigans. You're seeing the item super come out, so you can't let that Faust get a chance to play.
Yeah, Millia riding free in the skies above here, just like holding it down against Faust and Pip here. Trying to get that final set in here. Once again, this is on the loser side of round 1, so whoever loses is going to have to watch the rest of the bracket on the stream.
Yeah, and there's pros and cons. Maybe you get to kick your feet up, but of course you want to get up and get some of that prize pool. ! Match Arena if you guys want to check that one out. But until then, it's DainsLeif getting out of the corner with a well-placed 6P, but this bomb slowing things down a bit.
Nice backdash on there. Doesn't get anything for it on there, but the last little hit of Lust Shaker does knock Faust out of the way.
Oh, and I like how DainsLeif was ready for the conversion with the 2K after. We're going to keep Faust here in the corner. The burst does come out. Pip does only need one more hit to close out. The bomb could do it, but the throw gives you the info, and we convert off of it. DainsLeif, you're a monster.
My goodness. Realizing that the bomb was out there, went for the tick for the throw setup on there afterwards because the bomb was going to detonate. Perfect timing on there to set point.
And the Bomba was unfortunately against the Faust, but we're in the new round. Let's not dwindle. DainsLeif being aggressive there in the air, but getting ping-pong back. Pip fighting back.
Yeah, Capella actually knocking the ball back in the face of Pip and period here. The 2K Faust party coming in here. A lot of parades this time of year at the holiday. 6-piece is denied by Pip.
DainsLeif looks like we're going to hold on to this burst. Wow, an awesome backdash there on defense against that gap 2D. Pip Gaming will have 100 tension here, and our burst, you may decide to spend it, but not on this side of the wall. The positive bonus goes to DainsLeif.
Oh, that could have been dangerous with the Artemis on there afterwards here. Both players have the burst available right now here, but we're trying to get into the 6-piece situation. Blocks out the burst and goes into the combo in the air. DainsLeif has it with the 3-1.
Man, that was an awesome set to start us off, man. Man, you got
Yes, indeed. We're going to see that right now as Insert goes in there with the start of the 5H to begin things.
Awesome stuff out here, man. We're going to be seeing some explosive play either way. These characters definitely force their game plan on their opponents for sure. And these are some strong pilots as well. Insert throwing in some pretty impressive pressure, getting some throws weaved in as well. A couple, it looks like.
Yeah, overhead kiss into the Yamada-san. Come out and help me bring out the whale on that for the maximum amount of damage you can. Still going to scale down because of the overhead kiss, but it doesn't matter. The split follow up with the jumping 2U strikes down on Neptunest.
Awesome stuff, man. Neptunest waking up with the backdash there is probably trying to get away from a meaty option. Insert delaying it though, taking that last round on top, being aggressive here with these S-Dolphins, taking space, not letting Neptunest get comfortable with those bots, but now you see some preemptive 6Ps come out. That could potentially be a nice way to put this man in the corner. Nice throw as well here from Neptunest.
Okay, does get the hit on the in the air, enough time to get the wall with the Forever Elysian driver. Not quite forever yet here. No, not the Forever Sleep for Insert, but a good place to be in for Neptunest.
Not the Forever Sleep, oh man. That sounds so brutal. Oh, just like this bot clapping you through the wall. Holy moly, Neptunest getting around here.
All right, tying things up here, keeping up with it. We go in with the vertical dolphin a little bit on here. We're going to keep it plus with the heavy version of horizontal dolphin. Enough time to do the beach ball setup in there. Does get the hit and forces the burst away from Neptunest.
Yeah, spends the burst to get out of the corner. Had a chance to spend that bot. Insert spending our burst as well. Going to be able to put Jacko in the other corner. So you're in a corner, just on the other side, it looks like. PRC to keep yourself alive here. And Insert still active in the air. Holy moly.
Oh, the jumping slash off there, catching on it. It's still one of May's best buttons for a reason on there. Just adding with the far slash on there. They definitely want you to use that button in Season 4, and Insert's definitely showing it.
Daisuke wrote it in bold red letters. Use this button, please. And awesome stuff. Insert knew where to put it. So we ended up getting a game on the board. Strong stuff. And hint, hint, wink, wink. I was saying earlier, man, Insert definitely one of the stronger players out here in this bracket. We'll see how they do. Neptunest, though, if there's anyone shaking it up, it's going to be this Jacko, slowing things down, getting these spots on the screen, and putting Insert down.
We definitely saw that in the latter portion of it. I think Neptunest was against was a PurpleKrok, I believe, the Potemkin player on there, and like was really to call out a lot of the buttons, if I recall correctly on that. But right now is Insert maintaining the orchestration right here into the conversion. RC time for full damage.
Oh man, Neptunest does have some tension, but at the cost of all this life, we got to get a chance to spend it. Unfortunate spacing right there on that first 2K. Insert in the shenanigans is going to get the next follow-up and closes out the round.
I'm definitely a 3K May enjoyer in there. Slide into RC, get the conversion on there, get stuff out of the air. Neptune is going to get a side to turn things around here. Servant sandwich happening.
Oh man, there's a sandwich right here. It's sandwich between Jacko and the wall, and May's going to be sent through with this Elysian driver.
Okay, yeah, get that. Like, starting to set up one more time. Let's do the 5-8. Calls out the servant with the vertical dolphin on there, but still stuck in the corner. Great blocking with a lot of faultless defense being used by Insert.
Like that PRC right there from Neptunest, but Insert was preemptive and was able to stuff it out. So Neptunest, even with this full meter, this bot meter, gets a chance to spend it with an Elysian driver, but Insert, oh my lord, what an answer back.
That's why you gotta look at the meter on deck here. You have all the time in the world to follow up. You block on the burst into the close slash, get the conversion on there. That's 2-0 for Insert.
Man, that last round was so mean. Oh my god, Insert was such a bully. Being able to super through Neptunest's super, pulls up on you with those dolphins over and over. It was like on hit dolphin, on hit dolphin. Oh my gosh, into a burst bait at the end. Dude, Insert definitely did a lot of damage in that last game, but it's all right. Tie your shoes. Neptunest going to do so out here on the Happy Chaos. Well, I guess we're going to leave the shoes at home if we're going to play Happy Chaos.
yeah, definitely going to be like, make sure, like, they're by the door. They're at the door of it, but they're not being worn outside for sure. The call out early on Neptunest here with the changeover. Gotta say, I love the Cyberpunk skin on Happy Chaos.
For sure. I mean, and also, I like the character swap. Definitely, I mean, Jacko and Happy Chaos definitely go hand in hand in terms of, you know, complicated characters here in Strive. So Neptune is pulling out the secondary HC. I love that swap. Going to try to get something started here on Insert, but I got to say, this May definitely looking really strong to start us off in this round. In fact, we're going straight to set point.
Oh, Insert with the awareness on there, with realizing that Neptune is trying to go into the backdash in there. Got in there with the RC, close in there, close slash. Got a huge combo from just that alone. We're seeing another one right here. Show off the show. We're doing the all-star slam dunk. Giovanna slam, take the assist, slam.
Man, Yamada-san coming in, even trying to steal the show out here. Neptunest does have our burst to play with, and potentially a little bit of tension here as well. That curse is applied. We're running you down. We did get Insert opened up here, but low on that focus. Nice 6P to keep it going, though.
That was the first real chance that Neptunest had to fire off the gun on there afterwards. Doesn't have a lot of meter to go into the Ex Machina, just trying to go ahead and build it up. You're not going to have that happen to you. You get the knockdown, and Insert is going to take that with a 3-0.
Man, awesome stuff right there. Neptunest coming out, and I'm biased towards both sides because Pikguy represents NDVA and the KM local. Big shout out to Pikguy over at the locals. Nanan, however, with the Pup Girl FPS name coming out here representing the Giovanna, definitely an OG pick for her. She has a lot of characters in her roster. Looking strong on this Geo to start off.
Okay, Sepultura early on here, try to go in for the throw. Immediate denial from Pikguy. We're just trying to find those moments in there. With the follow-up, but we're going to go right into playing a little bit of kickball with the servants.
Yeah, and it's going to be on this Giovanna to try to get past this wall of bots. Pikguy can try to just have fun, get those bots set up, get those attack commands out just like that, running away with one in your hands as well. Now, Nanan does have some options with that dog dart. Potentially, you see it being represented right there. We'll see if she can get some more opportune moments, but Pikguy spending a burst.
Right, enough time. Big counter hit on there. Just opted to go ahead and get more servants out of here. That deflect shield not going to stop you for very long because the servants are still right beside you at the place. Big counter hit in there. We're going to play a little bit of volleyball into the corner, into the tap dust on top of that here. Forever a Legion driver coming to your neighborhood right now.
That was a nasty setup there from Pikguy. The red RC to follow it up as well on block or on hit like you just saw. Nanan still able to try to get a second to get away. The just blocks come out from Pikguy, but the cross-up overhead, Nanan pulling that one out early.
Go ahead with the conversion on top of that. The Chave into Sepultura, just holding it down. Doesn't even want to deal with it here. News not going to kill on there, so wait for the reset on there. Get the slash at the very end. Tie up the round count.
Awesome stuff, man. Pikguy looking strong in that first round. Nanan clapping you right back. Nice anti-air 2D there. I know that Giovanna normal notorious for that exact interaction. Pikguy trying to get some bots called out, but Nanan still running some great pressure. Oh my god, that was almost a crazy conversion off the 5P.
Almost, but not quite on it. What is going to happen, though, is Pikguy turning things around here. Two bots are in play. One of them getting dismissed immediately here. Getting called out with a little bit of kickball back into the opposite corner. Cheer them on, and the burst is denying all that into the 2D for Nanan.
Oh, man, Nanan able to... Oh, a Grand Blue handshake. Wrong game, y'all. We're playing Guilty Gear Strive. Amazing backdash BRC, though. Holy moly. What an explosive round right there. Nanan takes it on top.
All right, yeah, no, that's what I want to see. I want to see as much chaos as we possibly can on the screen. Maybe not happy chaos, just regular old chaos.
Yeah, hey, look, that's awesome stuff right there. I mean, that was definitely the summary of chaos right there, that last round. Awesome stuff. But Nanan was able to, I mean, hey, I'm going to call it out. Nan net play warrior out here on all of her characters, plays a lot in some of these net play brackets. She knows what the scramble feels like. She's been out on the streets, you know. You definitely don't want to get in a back alley fight with Nan because she knows the net play tricks. You feel me?
Nan waiting for you with her her 2D, just like in the alleyway. Terrifying situation for sure.
Another Grand Blue hair shake. My lord. Pikguy trying to get something started, but the burst comes out. Nan trying to close his distance.
Keeping up a little bit away, but we're getting called out early by Pikguy. Enough time in here, set it up. Fast RC here. We're playing the mix-up game right now.
The defend commands on each side of you, Nan just trying to just get a second to play, and she is looking for those moments to go for that a.b.a 2K, trying to dog kick after to just try to get some knockdowns. It does pay off. Pikguy has to spend that burst to try to get that distance back. I like that. Oh my gosh, that was a really cool cheer right there from Pikguy to be able to pull up on the bot after Nan wasn't able to fight back.
Oh, you were talking about high APM with DainsLeif earlier. Pikguy, with the increase of that, we need to have like the number of actions per minute for Guilty Gear's Drive.
Bro, I play with him offline. He plays on a DualShock 4.
Whoa!
Dude, yeah, no, he is doing this right now on a pad, bro. Isn't that crazy?
Need to ask how many he has, like just waiting on it for backup on here. But regardless, the jumping D from Pikguy gets denied in there with the back throw from Nan. Going to keep Pikguy into the corner here. A little bit on the OTG damage here into the Chave. We're going to cycle through our options. Make sure you know each and every one of them. But one more interaction is what Nan needs.
That bot does slow down this Giovanna a little bit here. That BRC was an awesome way to keep Pikguy guessing, but 5D is the mix. Nan only needed that tap dust to close it out. Man, these games have been explosive.
Yeah, one way or the other, someone is going to explode on the screen here. 80s action movie style on here. He just goes in for the throw on there afterwards here, canceling out with the backdash. Pikguy is able to get away from the situation here, but the cross up from downtown on that and gets the block on there afterwards here. This is going to be full conversion and actually enough to get that kill.
That was nasty there from Nan. Holy moly. That's my boy Pikguy. I like my boy, but Nan actually went crazy that last round to finish it off. We got 2 games on the board. I gotta admit, a lot of the Nan I've been watching recently has been a lot of her on the Sin. So seeing her pull out the Giovanna, first off, feels like a throwback. Second, looks warmed up. It looks really good right now. We're about to threaten a 3-0 unless this Jacko has something to say about it.
That's true. We didn't see any Nan play during the latter portion of it, so she could have been playing the Giovanna the entire time. Only one way to find out is like by potentially asking chat, in a little bit on here. But we got ourselves against Pikguy. Finally, the Goldberg doesn't get anything except the denial of the servant.
And we do get some, oh my lord, even though the bots are on the screen, Nan pulling up on you, giving you a hug regardless. I like that BRC drift down, Nan pulling that out on all of her characters, this Giovanna included. Pikguy does do a good job of getting out of that corner, but Nan staying on top of you regardless.
Yeah, Traval keeps you up in the pace of here. RC with the bot coming out of the place. 2 of them up, they slice and dice, but nothing else for it on here. Big counter hit from Nan.
Oh my lord, was that a cross-up? I don't know, but regardless, it's Nan on set point, scooping Pikguy up, finishing off that round. This Giovanna looking hot.
Yeah, that was a cross-up on Sol Nascente, like in there into the follow-up overdrive afterwards here. And now Pikguy has a chance to try to maybe potentially turn things around here. Does get the follow-up on the close attack. Here comes the Legion driver.
Awesome stuff. You do have some pretty decent minion meter as well to follow yourself up here. Nan will be getting her burst here. There could be a chance that she uses it in this round here, if she needs to, that is. I mean, we're getting something started here with another cross-up. A fast RC to keep the combo going. She was ready for the burst bait, but Pikguy didn't take the bait.
Nah, not yet. Still has a little bit to work with here. Is in the lead and just going to send out the Pokemon to slash attack.
Oh, man, crazy stuff. Nan probably kicking herself for going for that burst bait, but you gotta try it. You gotta try it. Pikguy, bring us to the last round again. Even if it's a 3-0, dog, 3-0, but it was close, right? It's not over yet, though. Pikguy bursting it back. Got these minions on. The Tatsu comes out. Nan waking up with this reversal, and Pikguy pressed.
A little bit of breakdancing in her big counter, and we're just going to go right back in to the heavy slash on there. Misses on the Sepultura, going to give Pikguy a chance to maybe get back on the round here, but holding down Nana, she is holding down the guard until she is not.
Oh man, catching Nana, now blocking there at the end. The fast BRC to open up this Giovanna.
Oh my god,
kill Jesus.
Oh, like going out of there, goes into the low, into the confirm on there afterwards, manages to save that round, the 3-0 for Nana, and to move on, winners finals.
Oh my lord, that actually didn't kill. Crazy mix, you saw it earlier in the bracket, but Kensei, a player who's good at sort of slowing people down, stabilizing the match, and making people play Kensei's game. Already getting Weezerfan to spend that burst, but the mix comes out. Good block on that taco kick. Kensei showing you how good that far slash can be, and the counter hit converts into a combo.
Oh, and speaking of just create a combo on there afterwards, the jumping dust into Vapor Thrust on there afterwards, and manages to break the wall on there from neutral. Very nice on here. Kensei about to get that burst right back at you, but the Deus Ex Machina is going to hit. No, it's not, because burst came out first, and it's going to make it go away here. Like, lots of resources for Weezerfan.
Wow, great 5D mix there from Kensei, pulling up with you with the 100 tension after Weezerfan definitely getting destroyed that round once Kensei was able to put the burst into that Deus Ex startup. It was definitely a massive swing into the Kai's favor, and we're keeping that pressure going. Weezerfan just needs a good knockdown into some mix here. Tries to get it started with that taco kick, but Kensei with a well-placed 6-speed.
Yeah, definitely a fan of how the far slash for Kensei has been used in a lot of situations, but Weezerfan is going to be able to go in on the other side, empty jump into the low. Here comes the Deus Ex Machina. No burst this time to worry about here. Just go ahead and break that wall as treat.
We do have a lot of tension here, but it's going to be in the face of Weezerfan's mix. I like that Kensei was willing to check the gap with that 2P, and it results in this advantageous position. Still not the game win, but with this hard knockdown, Kensei is going to be able to pull up on your Weezerfan, playing the round with that deflect shield, but this mix comes out.
Oh, we got the Goomba Stomp on Kensei for just a little bit, and the follow-up on here. This could turn things around here. Guts might kick in. We might be, yeah, we're alive still.
Oh, all of a sudden, this is either player's round. Weezerfan, even Chipp will do it. The wire seat gives us a chance to breathe. I like the 2S after from Kensei to try to fight back on HC. Weezerfan trying to get that focus back to gun you down, and it pays off. Able to get that round. Great comeback there from Weezerfan.
Yeah, really hard to like kind of deal with that, especially when you have Curse on you, so it's going to make it way easier to get that target locked on top of you. So even like just getting into the avoidance players to backdash and stun dipper, very nice option for Weezerfan.
That curse applied, the mix comes out. It's that pull-up low here from Weezerfan. The Deus Ex gets us the setup after. Our burst is going to be built up as well, so we have that cushion just in case. Kensei getting our DP baited. Weezerfan goes for the burst bait that turns into the mix after, which is actually a crazy setup if you think about it. Kensei still trying to fight back.
Oh, we were seeing crazy setups at the beginning of the night, and it still continues to carry on here. One more touch is all you need after hits into the wall. Don't even need to use that 50% tension in here. Just got a big old fist to ram into the face of Kai.
Man, that all stems from Weezerfan coming back in that second round. And in that third round, kind of, I mean, that was what I was commenting Weezerfan for earlier tonight, was that we just start running that mix, especially that Goomba Stomp pressure. Like, it gets real oppressive real fast if Weezerfan gets that chance to cook. And honestly, Weezerfan was just getting that chance to cook towards the end of that last game.
Yeah, easy to go into, like, kind of like what you expect from Happy Chaos players in there. Like, it's so easy to go in, empty jump below, kind of keeping you guessing, especially like roll option that Happy Chaos does have on there afterwards to keep the mix on here. But, like, these aerial mixes for Weezerfan have been on point.
I mean, Kensei has been doing a good job of the anti-airs in general, so we'll have to see some more of those placed. But until then, Weezerfan is rolling through you, getting that previous mix and getting this counter hit afterwards. The tension's built up, the Deus Ex comes out, Kensei on the other side.
Okay, on to the other fight. Goes an instant air dash. Going to go into with the follow-up after the block in the air. Just goes low and takes the round. What a treat.
Don't need that Faust touch again. Kensei trying to get something started, pulling up on his HC, but that first knockdown, Weezerfan was getting a chance to play. Kensei able to DP through that first gap, and an awesome jump in there. Weezerfan feels that burst.
Yeah, first on, I put the stink on Kensei, but not for very long. There's going to be all Kensei's corner if they can help it on here. Not even going to go in with the wall spot, just going to go with the follow-up on there. Vapor Thrust is not going to be enough here, but that's a huge life deficit. That's incredibly huge because Kensei just got the round.
Oh wow, Kensei didn't have the tension there at the end, so maybe a little bit of a gamble there towards the end, but the cards were in your favor. Able to close out that last round. Weezerfan trying to fight back with this gun out. Kensei able to get that knockdown into the mix after Weezer jailed into the corner. I like that up back to try to avoid Kensei going for a low or a throw, but still getting opened up here in the Sacred Edge gets us this hard knockdown.
Right back into it with the 5K, forcing the burst away. This is where Happy Chaos wants to be. Get that long distance Nintendo Zapper range. Tries to go at the ready, but the Stun Dipper confirm is going to deny that all the way through. Let's break another wall. Let's break another round. Let's tie things up 1-1.
Awesome stuff there. Kensei clapping back, getting our game on the board. Kind of slowing down Weezerfan there a bit. You were able to still see some of that awesome mix there from Weezerfan when those taco kicks were connecting, when those multi-overheads were coming out. But Kensei otherwise was keeping that HC from playing the game for free. We were pulling up. We were moving through the gunshots. We were playing even though the curse was on us. We were doing a good job of keeping that HC from getting set up. Oh, and a big contribution to the Matcherino I see pulling up here.
Heck yeah, love to see it on there. Thank you so much to trying to get the names pulled up as we saw from McLamsey with a $25 direct contribution. Thank you so much to helping to pay out these players at the end of the evening.
There you go. No one supports the FGC like Paragon does, guys. So big shout outs to them. Exclamation point Evo Awards, by the way. If you got some spare time, you can check that link out as well. In the meantime, Weezerfan doing a good job here with this hard knockdown. Kensei trying to wake up here in the face of this HC, but now we're on the other side of the screen. We're going to be sent through the wall again.
All right, yeah, this time showing off those like the Revolver Ocelot style in here. Still not going to be enough. Significant lead into the fast BRC. The surprise, the jump scare. I thought it was time for holiday movies, not scary movies.
Man, we're in the wrong time zone apparently. We're going to have to adapt out here. Kensei going to spend that burst after Weezerfan was getting that combo started.
There's that far slash coming right out again. Get the confirm into the charge stun edge here. Trying to hold it down here, but Weezerfan's going to be elected to stay in the corner, trying to find that right opportunity.
I like that fast RC to cash out here. Kensei going to send you through. Shock state still applied. Weezerfan will have our burst here. I'm not sure if we'll get a chance to use it. The PRC to keep that pressure up. Kensei's got this HC in the corner.
Try to go into the Foudre arc on here, but here's that roll. The tried and true on there. Doesn't get the follow-up hit on there, and that could be very costly because Kensei has all the time in the world just to hold back, wait for the burst to come out, and put Weezerfan at a deficit as we tie up the round count.
Good punish here from Weezerfan, but a backdash from Kensei at the perfect time. Going to be able to catch Weezerfan there, stopping that block. That shock state still applied, catching Weezerfan from trying to get out of that corner. Kensei going to cash out here with a throw.
Charge stun edge on there afterwards here. Hold it down. Just go into the RCA cancel direct play to bring down the slash. The 5 words plus exclamation point going to give the lead to Kensei.
Nice stuff, man. Kensei, all gap, by the way. You see that win quote? All gap, by the way. We'll see. We'll see. We still got some more games to go either way. Whether it's gap or not, either way, we got a couple more games to go. And if there's anyone who's going to be taking out Kensei tonight, bro, it's going to be Weezerfan, man. I would be scared watching this set. You know, at Weezerfan, this guy, you got to look out in the bracket path if they go down or if they win, because you got to get ready for this HC.
Oh yeah, like Kensei's like, oh, you like that song, My Name is Jonas? No, well, my name is Kensei, and I'm getting the lead here. Vapor Thrust, denial from that, but the gold burst in here, so Weezerfan's going to be at a really good chance to get like those resources built up and hold down the tempo in here. Not if Kensei has anything to say about it, though.
Oh, I like how Kensei is approaching there from the air, despite that Weezer fan with that 100 tension has the wire C in our back pocket. A couple gunshots to keep that Kai here in the corner. We do have our burst, and it comes out.
Oh, but this is on the stun dipper on there. Got onto the other side. Weezer fan is going to get a full chance on that. Doesn't do anything on the follow-up on the jumping dust here, and is going to pay for it with this this full combo into the stun dipper. Going to break down that wall.
Now, Weezer fan does have some tension here. It was only a soft knockdown, so we get a chance to play. That curse is applied. We do get to open up, and doesn't get the full kill. Only one more hit to do it. It's going to be that 5K red RC confirm. I like that Weezer fan putting up that foot, waiting for you to step into it.
Oh, Weezer fan, I need to see a game 5 to happen. We haven't had one all evening here, and it could potentially happen after that roll. Going to keep up the pace. The stink is on Kensei, and we're going into roll to roll, and we're rolling Lip Biscuit style right now.
Oh, man. that was definitely a flashback there.
Rolling.
Weezer fan, in the face of the concert, keeping that pressure going up. The blue wild assault to start this pressure off. Kensei getting opened up with the taco kick. One last reload for the swag. And Weezer fan gets a perfect here to take us to game 5.
Oh, we should rename Weezer fan to Biscuit Fan 2022 with all that rolling that was happening in that round. Oh my goodness here.
Oh, man.
We got the game 5. We got the game 5 finally.
We did. So, guys, if that was on your bingo card, make sure you mark it off that we did get the game 5. I know you've been thinking all night, man, is it going to be a vertical G row? Well, guess what, guys? We got the game 5. Mark it off your bingo card. Here we go. It's going to be Weezer fan or Kensei.
Oh, gets in with the jumping slash early on in there, just ready for it. The early burst does not pay off for Kensei here. We're going to go ahead, apply the sunscreen directly to Kai, get that extra advantage as we break down the wall.
Now that curse is going to let us go into that focus super, despite that Kensei still trying to take some space, not taking this pressure lying down. FD to try to buy some distance, but that J2K opens us up.
Oh, we are mixing up like we're playing Millia all of a sudden. Try to go in for the 2S, doesn't get anything for it, but does get the conversion into Deus Ex Machina, and that's going to be set point for Weezer fan.
Oh my lord, another perfect here. Weezer fan racking up those perfects like Pokemon badges. Gonna roll through you, knocking down Kensei, trying to get a button down here, but the counter hit comes out. HC trying to bait that first, but Kensei putting the DPs out there.
Oh, just a moment of just clarity on there until the 2P gets knocked down on here. We got the curse back applied on here. This is on it thanks to the backdash away from Kensei into the Fooder arc. Time for some charge stun edge. Delicious flavors of projectile, but get denied by the 2P into the block on here. Weezer fan is in control.
Oh my lord, and we're about to get that 50 tension. The Deus Ex surely will come out here. Kensei not in a great spot. We are alive here, but Weezer fan needs one more mix to close out this whole set.
Has the full stick of butter to work with, using it all immediately here for nothing. And Weezer fan's going to get extra with that gold burst on here. Uses BRC, and there just keeps on back. Has the life lead, just holding it back to find that one final hit.
Oh man, Weezer fan preempted with that 2K when Kensei tried to approach. Closing it out. Pikguy been doing a good job of keeping his opponents down all night tonight, but DainsLeif been able to fight in the scrambles, been able to show you some strong mix, some strong fast RCs. We'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah, not to mention that it's going to be, this is just like, yeah, we're going to watch the intros. We're just going to go right into it. And we got Guilty Ear Reloaded rating with a party 11. Thank you so much for joining us here. We have just entered into our top 8 portion. A couple matches in, so you got plenty of good Guilty Gear Strive waiting for you right now.
Yeah, big shouts to GER. Love what you guys do. Everybody, park your seats. We're in here for some Strive. Pikguy trying to get something started out here on this Jacko. DainsLeif, FD blocking back this Jacko, these bots, trying to keep that HP high, trying to keep that distance high, but this Jacko is on top of you. Pikguy is relentless.
Yeah, using the throwing out the robot like it was like a Faust hammer at that here. DainsLeif finally gets out of there, but the Artemis is going to go ahead and get the confirmed 2K realignment out of there into the down top and just run up, get the throw, take the corner.
I like that DainsLeif bringing us across the world, huh? Taking us from one side of the screen to the other, and this time we're going to send Pikguy through with that Set Them Voices.
Okay, immediate use of like just getting out of that tandem top situation, but not for very long. Less Shaker after conversion is going to get the mark and get the first round for DainsLeif.
Awesome stuff here. This Millia looking pretty strong, pretty quick with those 2Ps as well, trying to be preemptive against Pikguy from trying to set up those bots there in the close side of pressure. Still able to dash right over Estes. DainsLeif spends the burst.
Going up enough to get the knockdown on there afterwards. Capel keeping a lot of just blocking in there for Pikguy. Tried to keep Millia close with those just blocking at that point, but have to use a lot of meter to keep up and not getting that chip.
Bots are fighting you. DainsLeif blocking it out. Pikguy, I like that we actually air dash back using the bots as where we want to be on the screen, taking the space that way. Trying to put this Millia back. DainsLeif being preemptive against these bots, fighting back and taking that space as well. Bad move comes out, no intention to convert.
Oh, but we got that 5P on there afterwards. Big counter hit into the full conversion. Oki set up on there, and that cheeky little turbo fall set up to take the corner. It's like, oh, you thought you were safe in the corner, like holding down? You thought you could try to escape? No, I want that. I want that so I can hit you.
Man, awesome stuff. And that routing from DainsLeif prevented Pikguy from getting that burst there at the very end. It was getting kind of close. Could have potentially seen a second chance, maybe in another timeline. But today, DainsLeif is the one getting that first game on the board. Liking what I'm seeing from this Millia.
Yes, yes, indeed here. No hesitation, though, going back into game 2 here. DainsLeif in the lead here. Pikguy started, like, kind of slowed things down a little bit with trying to, like, maintain control in there, trying to stop the airspace on there. But DainsLeif, you cannot keep a good aerial motion down.
Dude, these bots are being relentless as well. I like that defend command. We were preempted with it, but DainsLeif with the air stall was able to get around it. These bots still fighting you. We're able to steal the corner. Pikguy trying to keep these bots on top of this Millia. DainsLeif trying to take the space, but getting pushed back.
Yeah, a little bit of conversion thanks to the bot coming out of the play. Cancels out early on. Big counter hit to force away the burst from DainsLeif, but we're going to still continue it on with the help of the bot and a third one coming to play. All of them gone thanks to DainsLeif getting the hit.
Yeah, DainsLeif looking for that gap, seeing that Pikguy was holding the bot, could not block, put our 2P in the right place at the right time. Despite that, Pikguy goes for that 5D mix, but DainsLeif blocking it out. Red RC keeps it going. DainsLeif fighting back with that far slash.
Faultless defense gets in the mark, but we got that conversion, the counter hit into the 5H to get around for Pikguy.
Nice stuff. That defend command comes out. Pikguy showing you how strong that special move can be.
I love like watching like some of these Jackos, like when they like as soon as shield gets a little bit of the extra damage, gets that push away, the guard crush on there afterwards. Some of the combos that people have been creating have been like very creative on there. Unfortunately, DainsLeif, while I was talking through that, got a tremendous amount of damage against Pikguy, got the positive bonus on there, and it's still making it happen here until the burst says from Pikguy says go away.
Oh, okay, able to jump over that Septum Voices, but it did take out your bot, so DainsLeif keeps this Jacko in the corner, FDing to try to get some distance back and converts off that attack command.
A little bit of a push away at the very end there, but the jumping slash going to go into the Capel, and you guessed wrong here, going to get the knockdown, tie up the rounds yet again.
DainsLeif also having that burst advantage, could potentially see some blue Wild Assault setups, but Pikguy going to be able to get you opened up here.
I have to say, I'm a fan of Pikguy using like the throwing out the bots and using the 2H in there just to get the high up in there, just to avoid DainsLeif trying to escape from the sky.
Strong stuff here, chasing you down with these bots, goes for that cheer. I love that JS there from DainsLeif. It's almost like a projectile at times. It's going to be on top of this Jacko Pikguy on the other side of the screen now.
Does get a little bit of a clip into the fast PRC, but ready for it with Pikguy. Going to stay up into the air, holding it down, try to get like a far hit, like gets the trade instead.
DainsLeif with only one more hit remaining. You can't make a single mistake. Pikguy trying to find that last hit, trying to put that last normal in the right place. This Millia not letting you, but the burst comes out.
Two of the bots are coming out of the play. Doesn't get this dial in there. Throws out the shield in play. Now having to deal, but coming up from the air ball, the bot helping out with the final hit. Chekhov's bot to get the round, tie up the set.
That is crazy, man. Pikguy probably spooked DainsLeif a bit. I'll speak for myself. I definitely got spooked seeing that one defend command deal so much damage to DainsLeif, putting us on a pixel. All of a sudden, DainsLeif just FDing down back in the corner because, like, yeah, you can't do a single thing at that point. You will die to Chipp, right? So Pikguy able to get you with that bot.
But it's kind of wild how quick that can like deal it down, especially if you're trying to be very offensive and the shield command comes out here. That's a whole different worry if they start applying that more and more.
Nice stuff here from DainsLeif, getting that vertical counter hit, close slash. Pikguy still trying to fight back with that bot. Both players trading back and forth.
Another 2H in there, get onto the other side. Not going to have a chance to even use the bot. The bot just like sitting there having fun. It's like, hey, can we go to McDonald's? No. Okay, like see you with Millia later, I guess.
Mom, did you get Millie? Did you get my toy?
I need the Grinch. I need the Grinch socks. I need the Grinch socks.
Yo, those pickle fries are apparently awesome, by the way. There's like pickled seasoned fries. Don't quote me on that, but they're fire.
Yeah, someone in chat's got to tell us about that. I'm not a fan of pickle things myself on there, but I'm sure someone is like will have an opinion on there for sure. In the meantime, though, going to get the call out in there with the Capel in there from DainsLeif. We are mixing up now.
Nice stuff. I like we're being preempted with that 6-speed, but Pikguy getting the counter hits out here. DainsLeif does have our burst, but in that cheer command, we're stuck here in the corner.
Back in there with the attack on there, but it's going to be the servants who are the attackers instead. A little bit of a cheer going on here. All three bots are coming out to play here, and you're just going to have to deal with it.
This is definitely where Pikguy looks strong, in my opinion, is when we're able to get your opponent in that corner. Even just a single bot is all we need, and then that cheer command. But talking about Pikguy, we got to talk about DainsLeif being able to put you to that corner. Got that positive bonus cranked up. 50 tension here, already ready to spend, but we got to block out this Jacko first.
All right, I like the little patience in there. Sends up one of the servants up into the air, far enough away. Doesn't get hit with the BRC slow down on here. So Pikguy has all the time until the approach in there for the 2P from DainsLeif.
What, DainsLeif was so fast, we looked like we teleported, bro. Great stuff out here, but oh my, wow, awesome close slash here from DainsLeif, trying to bait out some options. Pikguy, low HP, trying to get some distance back, but the Iron Savior converts.
Yeah, the Iron Savior on there, the Titans of our time. Great power metal album on there. Going to take the lead against Pikguy 2-1 now.
Man, awesome stuff, bro. Okay, loving what we're seeing. I'm gonna keep it a million. I'm you know, MDVA, shouts to MDVA, a little biased towards Pikguy, but been very happy from what I've been seeing from DainsLeif. Been commentating some of their matches, some of these online brackets. Loving what they've been, what I've been seeing from them. Loving what I'm seeing so far as well. They're threatening a 3-1 here potentially against Pikguy, unless we got some more games in this Jacko's pocket.
Oh, I've never seen that round start in there with the 2D and they're just to avoid the immediate aerial attack in there from DainsLeif. Working out in the favor of Pikguy, though, has the corner, and though to cancel out with the BRCs, like keep you down in there with the 4th throw.
Awesome stuff. Definitely a great start for this Jacko. There is that cheer command. DainsLeif does have our burst, but at this point, I mean, even if we had a chance to spend a risky, I don't know if it was wise. Gonna get a perfect Pikguy looking good out here in the Jacko.
With just like that here, it's like not even stopping to think. It's like I'm not losing it here. I'm gonna make it tied up here. I'm gonna keep it going here. The threat of the robots in there puts DainsLeif into the corner here, cancels out, and we're really doing a good job calling out. But now we're getting those first little hits in there for the cam top and a chance for DainsLeif to get them open.
I mean, yeah, DainsLeif looks like we're going to get that. Oh, my God, the corner seal, but Pikguy blocked it out, and now the Millia is actually stuck here. The BRC not connecting. Pikguy able to keep that pressure up. The 5D getting bursted out, though.
A great option on there just to go ahead. You are overwhelmed with the servants in there. Gets out of the corner into the Capel. Time for the Oki setup.
DainsLeif does have tension here. Going to use it on that fast RC. No conversion. Oh, my God, trying to finish it with bad move, but Pikguy blocked it out.
Yeah, highly punishable on the bad moon on here, and Pikguy's going to take full advantage of it on there with the scramble. And you know what? We're getting our game 5s. We invested in game 5s in the ladder, and they're all coming about full dividends right now.
Oh my God, DainsLeif unfortunately didn't link that 1-2K in that last combo, I believe it was. Tried to just put it all on that bad moon. If Pikguy blocked low, the round would have been over. But no, we blocked it, punished it, and came back. We're going to game 5.
All the way through here. Back, returning to the same stage here. A lot of high action in there. The 6P to start things off for DainsLeif.
Awesome stuff. Hold on to that burst, not getting too antsy with it, but Pikguy is racking up some of that damage with these throws.
Time sets up the service attack into the tap. Dust on here goes. Makes it all go away with the burst.
I like that angle from the bot. Pikguy going to keep this Millia down, trying to be preemptive with our calls. Trying to get a call with that backdash as well. Pikguy using that attack command to close out the round and put us on set point.
Another thing like that setup we saw in that last match already, really calling out some of the set play that DainsLeif likes to do at round start.
IBFDs here from DainsLeif getting pushed back by these bots, being active with that 2D, with that JH as well, trying to beat some of those bots. Pikguy going for some interesting angles, does have our burst. It comes out on that 6-8.
Yeah, the cost of the GD from Pikguy got in a counter hit in there from DainsLeif, and now we're trying to keep away. It's almost a negative penalty in there with a lot of danger on the screen, but here comes the cheer. Go, go team.
DainsLeif is in the corner, but still fighting back with that 2B, but because of that cheer, the bots didn't go away. Deceptive Voices does churn for a moment, blocking out this Jacko, but Pikguy getting set back up.
Okay, backdashing away just to make sure they're outside of the range of where DainsLeif wants to approach on here. Holding it back down, but on the way down gets caught with a big counter hit, saves it on the same side in here, but we get the throw at the end. Pikguy taking that 3-2.
Oh man, Pikguy going for the tech there. DainsLeif getting caught sleeping at the final match. It's going to be Kensei versus Insert. Now these players, now we're talking about grand finals. This could be a grand finals match, but we're in losers quarters here.
Yeah, not to be in this grand finals on here. One of these players has to go into the streamers bracket on here afterwards here. But who's it going to be? Time will tell. Nice call out on the whip punish from the 5-8. Going to give enough time into the throw from Insert.
Nice stuff out here. Insert going to get that red RC to send Kensei through the wall here. Not going to be enough to kill. But Kensei gets a chance to build that burst back up, build some of that tension back up. Still a very winnable round here.
To the verge, yeah, forced to use the burst away there. A little bit of a hero burst in here, but that could change at a moment's notice here. Could be the protagonist we need.
For sure. Guys, big shout outs to Conmate Esports Studios with a massive raid of 51. I mean, Khalil, what's that, the 7th raid tonight or something? Massive support from everybody tonight. Thank you very much for that one. You guys are here for our losers quarterfinals. Insert getting our first round.
Yeah, much love to the Comment Esports Studio on there, just finishing up the Grand Blue bracket, I believe, this week. So I hope it went well. Hope you could enjoy some of this fine strive afterwards.
Here we go. Definitely some fine players out here. Awesome pilots of their characters. Insert trying to keep that pressure going. Awesome delay DP there from Kensei, but Insert was already ready for it.
Oh, goodbye to that middle part of your life bar. You didn't need it anyway. What were you using it for? Just staying up there. Nice far slash, though, from Kensei. Going to return the favor, potentially.
Trying to with that PRC to keep yourself safe. Red RC to keep the combo going. Shock State DP combo to keep this May in the corner. Has 100 tension to fight back with, but the burst comes out from Kensei.
The backdashing is trying to bait out a certain option on there. Here comes the RC all the way down with the help of Mr. Dauphin. Going to take the first one for Insert.
Awesome stuff out here, man. Both players being able to show a little bit of what they're able to cook. It was the May coming out on top for just the first game, but reminder to y'all, if you're not familiar, we're going to 1st to 3 out here in Guilty Gear Strive. So buckle up for a minute. Insert, even in a sweep, will have to win 2 more games here. Kensei should have more than enough time to try to get some rounds out here on the board, if not games.
Back into it. An early 5K gets snuffed out by the far slash of Kensei. And here comes the Wild Assault in there. A lot of bursts being used early on in here just to maintain position.
Oh, wow. I love that whiff punish far slash there from Kensei with that shock state applied as well. We're able to fully cash out a lot of damage here. Insert going to be hurting for that one.
I'll call it again. Second burst, same as the first. Into the stun dipper, and that should be it. Not even Guts can help you on that with that perfect.
Yeah, and Insert didn't even get wall splat there, so it's not even like we got a bunch of bursts for our troubles. Like Kensei just won and took all of our resources there. Was able to DP out of that gap. Insert, despite that, trying to take some space, but this far slash from Kensei is a wall, bro.
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah, like that's one thing, especially with like how fast you can gain burst gauge on a wall break on there afterwards. That could be incredibly important. Just got burst back at now. Used it immediately on top of that, and not going to have a second chance after this RC.
And awesome stuff there. Kensei was able to keep Insert resourceless back to the wall for the entirety of that last round. It felt like getting a game on the board. But reminder, Insert was able to get that first one. So even if Kensei looked dominant there, Insert has what it takes to get our own games as well. So we got a set on our hands.
I'm just going to point out, you mentioned the all gap, by the way, from Kensei's quote, but Insert is like I got gapped. It's what it happened. Our avatars are having a conversation is what's happening.
Okay, awesome stuff out there. Insert and Kensei having a little talk in between games via the avatars out here. Being aggressive with that S Dolphin, start getting knocked down here. Kensei trying to FD back out this May a bit, finds a gap to try to fight back.
Holding back, nothing on the stun dipper on there afterwards. We're just trying to use that far distance. He gets the hit with the far slash, but no conversion with the 5K afterwards from Insert.
Getting in here with that PRC. Despite that, Kensei still checking gaps with 2P. I love that he does that. Doesn't hold any free pressure, right? Using that fast RC to try to take that May to the corner, but Insert was ready with the burst.
He gets a call out on there, gets a roll away into recovery, but we're fast RC and in there, hold it down. Great blocking from Kensei on there, but you're still blocking the corner!
The burst comes out. Kensei trying to keep you back with those stun edges, but the 5D is the mix. Insert's going to send this Kensei through. Gets a round on the board.
Ooh, yeah, no, like that was just terrifying situation all the way through on that. Trying to get a con early on with the 5H on there afterwards. No follow-up for either player. Trying to find that one big hit. The throw is going to come out first for Insert.
Getting counter hit here. Insert converts off of that. Oh my god, Yamada-san and all.
Come check out this whale. It's SeaWorld all the way down. A pocky full of damage getting wheeled away. The deflect shield gets Insert away just for a brief moment.
Man, Kensei tried to go for that air throw. I love the option, but Insert comes out on top of it. Still needs one more hit to close it out. It's going to be in that DP bait to get our second game on the board. Insert doing a pretty good job here.
You know how someone feels comfortable in the matchup when they're just ready to come up and just like hold down back and just block everything coming your way on there afterwards. So Insert was just ready at a moment's notice here. Going to go into the lead. Potential set point here. But you, again, cannot say Kensei's down and out yet.
Yeah, for certain. We'll see out here, man. Kensei has got what it takes to try to slow down Insert out here. Trying to put up that far slash wall, but it looks like Insert's sort of ready for it on some of these timings, at least on the round start at least. Trying to be aggressive with that May. Is here in the corner, so the burst keeps us there.
Yeah, good use of the burst in there just to make sure they get into the corner, because it's going to be a very effective into the charge stun setup. Holding like a lot of faultless defense on there, but no approach in there against the 6K option from Kensei.
Insert going to take it to the other side of the screen. Good block there on that tap dust. Kensei gets a chance to fight out, gets the shock state applied. Insert has our burst here. Could potentially use it in this round if Kensei gives you a chance to. Tries to go for that fast RC. Insert spends it to stay on this side of the wall.
The early part of Stun Dipper getting called out with the immediate 5H in there from Insert. Oh my god. Very rare opportunity for that to happen, but the trade afterwards, a little bit more common.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately not in Kensei's favor there at the very end. It was a trade, but Kensei didn't have any HP to afford to lose there at the end. So Insert going to get that round here on the board. Kensei doing a great job in all of his sets tonight, finding those gaps for DPs, I gotta say.
Round bounce on top of the 5H on here. Trying to go back into the neutral here. Forward throw, charge, stun, edge, tried and true. Trying to bait out an option here. Like the Insert 5Hs have been going ham at the moment, and especially in the last 2 rounds.
Good FD blocks here. Oh, that was crazy. That mix was about to be nasty, but Insert reacted with the throw there. Kensei going to back throw you for your troubles, keep you in the corner regardless. Those Japanese guts kicking in, not going to be able to kill Insert here. And with 100 tension, this round is actually pretty winnable.
Okay, I like that holding back on there anyway. Like, still have to worry about the RC on there afterwards. Both players have burst available, but you know what? You're going to hold that, save that burst for a little bit later, because that stun edge is going to knock you out. Keep Kensei alive.
Still set point here for Insert. And reminder, the loser of this one, unfortunately, as Risky said, what'd you say, the streamer bracket? I got to steal that one.
Yeah, definitely have to go and watch the rest of it. Or not. Maybe they go check out what's happening on Pluribus. Maybe they got to catch up.
Yeah, we'll see. Kensei going to give you some more time to think about it, it seems like, because, I mean, we're threatening taking this round. Insert's still in it, though.
Oh, the trade on the far slash, not going to get enough on there, but the conversion in there from the stun edge is all that Kensei needs to go into another game 5 for this top 8.
Awesome stuff, man. Kensei showing us some awesome play out here on the Kai, not just tonight, not just in this entirety of the bracket, but also in all the other Paragons. My man's been entering. I got to say, I think in my first ever Paragon, I think I had to play Kensei in one of my first, and I don't need to tell you how that went. But we'll see out here in Game 5. Insert definitely doing a lot better than me, already getting 2 on the board. Trying to get 1 more to move on in this bracket.
Going to be exciting stuff either way on here. Early split, and they're just trying to use the far distance. Actually was ducking over the Fooder arc from Kensei and trying to split once again, but nothing done. It is Kensei setting up the pace.
Using that fast RC to try to take that May to the corner. Insert spends that burst, feeling the pressure, trying to show you those beach balls, trying to keep that pressure up, closing the distance. A couple 5H trade hits pay off in our favor. I love that combo from Insert.
Oh yeah, no, especially up close and personal on that. Knew it was going to break the wall, so trying to go for the maximum damage you possibly can on that conversion. However, Kensei responding directly in kind. Insert may have 100% tension, but Kensei is the one in control.
Yeah, so winnable out here for Insert with that tension. Kensei trying to slow things down, realizing that, oh yeah, spends that burst in the face of that counter hit. Oh, PRC, the steal life, Insert spins the burst, tries to go for that tap dust.
Yes! 2-8 will make its mark. This is definitely going to strike down terror in the hearts of Kensei into that point.
Oh my lord, Insert in the scramble is ready to fight with the shivs. Let me tell you, doing a great thing right there, threatening the set point. Kensei trying to keep you back with these FD blocks, but this May putting you in the corner and getting these counter hits.
We're back at it here, going to go in, bring out Yamada-san, put us a show on.
Yamada-san, Gambate. Kensei, what do you got in the face of this hard knockdown? Trying to get some FDs blocks to get some spacing for ourselves. Kensei has our burst, but it gets baited, and Insert moves on 3-2.
Yeah, Insert had plenty of meter to work with on there. Didn't even matter about the overhead kit scaling at that part here. It's just ready for it, with any of the resources that Kensei had on there.
Yeah, those stuff's been really awesome, to be honest, Risky. She's been doing some cool stuff. We got Nan coming out here. Going to be bursting early against Weezer Fan. Both players been playing hot tonight. Nan out here on that Giovanna Weezer Fan on this Happy Chaos. Been showing you some awesome Goomba Stomp pressure. Nan blocking it out for the most part there. Was ready with the tech as well. Weezer Fan still doing a good job keeping you in the corner.
Oh, you know how it is. You're good at blocking until it's not. You get the throw on there. You can't block those afterwards. And the tap dust into the conversion on here. Doesn't have enough meter to go into the Deus Ex Machina, but goes ahead, breaks the wall. Get a little bit of meter for the trouble.
Nice stuff here. The YRC keeps yourself healthy. Oh my lord, the far slash is so active. Nan able to catch Weezer Fan backdashing what felt like minutes ago. 100 tension though. This HC could potentially get something started wacky here.
Here we go with the BRC, the Goomba stop. We're feeling Mario 3-1, 3-2 with the 99 and you one-ups on there afterwards here. Takes the round.
Risky, I gotta say, I love commentating with you, homie, because I feel like it's just like memory lane. I get so many throwbacks with you commentating that.
I'm happy to help on there as well. Meanwhile, in the present, though, we got ourselves the curse coming out to play for Weezer Fan. Great tech from Nan to keep up in the corner, but PRC guessed wrong and unfortunately got the throw for Weezer Fan.
A great tech right there. The answer back, Weezer Fan with an amazing jab and conversion off of it. Went for the same side. I think that was a safe jump also. Nan couldn't even threaten the super, I don't believe. Uses the PRC to keep herself safe. It looks like it's going to be a close slash to get that burst away from Weezer Fan.
A little bit of a tricky of the non-cross under there for Nan, but now we're rolling away, getting the mix-up of Weezer Fan's own to take a round. Take both rounds, take that first game.
Awesome stuff out here, man. Nan, now I think her tag did say Geo only run. So we'll see. It also says it does the thing where like her name like goes between the multiple names. The one said Geo only run. The other one says Pup Girl FPS, which I think was like her OG tag like a year and a half ago. I want to say I played in the I told this story before. I played in the Gauntlet bracket with her once, and back then I think her name was Pup Girl FPS or something like that. But here we go, game 2 out here. We got to see what Nana gets started out here on this Giovanna.
And there we go with the approach on there with the close heavy slash on there. We're going to use the burst immediately on there, denying Happy Chaos from the skies, trying to step back away to receive Happy Chaos, but no, it is going to be the receiving for Nan.
Full focus, enough bullets in the chamber to get the job done, especially when you got that Deus Ex to completely refill things for yourself. Nan is going to have some tension here on that other side. But that hard knockdown, so much HP on the side of this HC. I love that backdash as a sort of shimmy, just trying to get Nan to press something. The gunshot takes it. Great stuff.
So easy to know, like you know that Giovanna is going to press something at any point on here. But here we go with the tap dust from WeezerFan slowly into the corner. Gets a counter hit, but nothing else afterwards thanks to the burst that Nana had.
WeezerFan, I love how we're trying to like fish for like the J2K, and even when it whips, we're still jumping above you and being so annoying that it's like it's kind of hard to deal with, to be honest, even when it's completely whipping.
Ooh. Low stop on there afterwards here. Doesn't need to worry about anything else. And that was, that didn't feel like 2 rounds. But Jeek, that was 2 rounds, wasn't it?
Oh man, it was. And one of those was a perfect. WeezerFan threatening the 3-0 here in winners finals. Nan committing to that Giovanna, and I think the Giovanna has what it takes. She's been showing us some cool stuff on there, especially when she's catching HC backdash with her own dash far slash, especially with how active it is. So she's got some tricks. But dude, I think WeezerFan is just on one, man. I don't know what to say. WeezerFan is kind of cracked.
Absolutely. This entire bracket, this entire ladder, all the way through. There's a reason why. Well, there's a reason why both of these players are on the winner's side right now. But only one of them can continue on into grand finals, and WeezerFan is showing off why they may be the one to do it here.
Definitely a very strong pilot with some strong gameplay, and that's a recipe for a victory here. Going to threaten that grand final spot here for WeezerFan unless Nan has something to say about it. Good throw to start us off.
Ooh, and the gold burst, the response in kind, was a little too far away on the roll, so like Nan was able to go ahead and get the throw on there afterwards here. Tried to go in with the Draval early on, doesn't get anything for it here except Weezer and a lot of pain.
Oh man, good blocks, but the roll. It opens up all of us. Good. Oh my lord. Dude, what even is even hitting? I don't even know. Nan gets a chance to play though. Great stuff. And despite that, she's going to put this HC in the corner. Great tech from WeezerFan.
Well, Weezer's got that zip compression damage going on here. I don't even know where it's coming from.
Oh man. Nan with a cool combo right there. Using that first CP to anti-air WeezerFan. Not enough to kill. Still either player's beam, but Nan only needs one more hit.
Okay, gets the tech on there afterwards, trying to find the approach. Does get the mark in there. A big counter hit into the conversion on here. Nan still in play right now.
And she was about to have a full fast RC conversion off of that too, off that dash 5K. It looked like some crazy stuff. WeezerFan trying to up back out of that corner, and it pays off. Gets a chance to play. The roll is the mix, and it hits.
This feels like the jumpiest I've ever seen a Happy Chaos in a long time for certain, but it's been working out for the most part. Not right now, because we're going in with the cross-up. You're going to go ahead, get that corner, try to bait out that burst. No dice into a PRC for PRC. Blocks the 6P from WeezerFan.
Yeah, Nan, unfortunately, going for that burst bait and WeezerFan not selecting it means that we're in a weird spot here. Potentially, Weezer could come back, especially with all of these hold-up shenanigans. My God, that jump button is stuck.
I can't believe WeezerFan was able to get out of the corner, but not out of this situation here. Nana is still alive to say it, and we're going into game number 4.
Awesome stuff right here, man. Now, Nana, she does have some, I mean, I'm not looking at the dust loop, so I don't know if, don't crucify me, but she does have some verticality with her DP, if I'm not mistaken. So she can try to answer when WeezerFan is doing that hold up forward shenanigans with J2K and Taco Kick and such. But, I mean, even on the whiff, bro, Weezerfan has been really hard to track down. And on block, you have the mix. On hit, you have full conversion. It can be hard to deal with this Happy Chaos, even point blank.
Oh yeah, but right now Nana, she's finding ways through it. The Travail early on to get into the corner on this, but at the ready from Weezerfan, we're gonna hold it down, just go get the gold burst.
Yeah, the gold burst was actually awesome because now we got a full stick of butter here. We just got to get a chance to press the buttons, but Weezerfan not going to let you. Catches you on your wake up with a roll for the mix. Deus Ex converts into this hard knockdown. Nan still has her tension, but just a lot less HP.
Oh, and like we're gonna get out of the situation at least. Oh no, we're gonna cancel. We had enough meter for it with 100% on there, so the PRC, the switch out over there. We're keeping back into the neutral with this. Okay, nice little conversion from Nan.
Yeah, but 100 tension on the side of Weezerfan. The flex shield gets you a chance to breathe. PRC keeps the pressure up. The curse is applied. Nan has her burst, spends it on the blue. Weezerfan gets out of the corner. J2K stays in the air, stays away from this Giovanna. Tries to get some mix with that BRC, and it converts. My God, Weezerfan, great stuff.
We are on the bell curve going, the inverted bell curve, just going left to right, kind of keeping you up in the games with those stomps for Weezerfan. Wow.
Oh my Lord. FD gets us some distance. Nan giving Weezerfan a second to breathe. Weezerfan takes it and gets out of the corner and puts this Giovanna in that position. Catching out with all this super. Nan, not a great spot.
Back in the conservatory right here. Trying to check it out. Great blocking on there. Cancels out of the tap dust in there, trying to keep up the pressure. But Nana, she is not breaking. She is going to get the side switch on here. The burst is available for Weezerfan. Not going to be able to have it just yet.
Nan is going to get her burst as well. You could see an instant one. A YRC gets us a chance to breathe. Weezerfan goes for a blue burst, maybe looking for a gold there, or at least a chance to breathe, and we get it. Nan trying to keep this HC in the corner, though. So many system mechanics, trying to get one last combo for either player. Weezerfan keeping this Geo in the corner, needs this hit.
Oh, canceled out. Same side. Oh, I got hit with that. But you know what? We got that conversion, and we got ourselves a... No, we're not. I'm sorry. I got a little bit too excited. It's tied up here. It's still set point for Weezerfan.
Still set point for Weezerfan, but Nan showing you that this god can bleed. I've been glazing Weezerfan all night, but Nan showing you this Giovanna has what it takes. Despite that, Weezerfan showing this tick throw pressure, showing this gunshot pressure. Only needs one more combo to move up to that grand final spot, unless Nan has something to say about it.
Oh, the jump scare in there, like Weezerfan had the at the ready going, so could not block on there afterwards here. Just trying to find that one particular hit in there. The cancel RC into the low, going to get the conversion into overdrive, and that is enough. I was wondering about that with the gut. Going to kick in or not? It turns out now I can get excited. It's game 5.
Oh my God. What did you say earlier, Risky? We did so many 3-0s earlier. We get all the game 5s here in top 8. We paid our dues.
Yeah, we invested in game 5s early, and it's paying off here into the top 8. Winners finals going up all the way to game 5. Here we go.
Awesome stuff, man. It's been a great set no matter what happens. But both these players want to be the one that comes out on top, getting that grand final spot, getting the lion's share, potentially rather, at the prize pool you're seeing right there. XP Point Match Arena if you'd like to contribute. Until then, Weezerfan doing some strong stuff here with that taco kick, but in the stall, Nan goes for a throw. The gold burst comes out from Weezer.
Yeah, really good cognizance on that from the Travail on there, just knowing to go into the gold burst on there afterwards here. Going to work out in spades for Weezerfan into the tap dust, has the gun out the play on there, and the Deus Ex Machina to show off a little bit more.
Building up our tension just in time to go for this routing. Great stuff there from Weezerfan. Nan does have some tension to fight with. This isn't an unwinnable round, especially with this counter hit she just got and 100 tension. Bro, this Giovanna could take it. That counter hit far slash is definitely a way to start. Gonna cancel into this Tatsu super. I mean, could it be enough to kill? I was surprised earlier. Not this time.
Not this time, but still has an extra meter. Fast PRC into the gold burst in there. Happy Chaos didn't even need it, but does get Giovanna pushed away.
Oh, here we go. Oh, the burst bait. Weezerfan on a pixel closes out the round and takes that resource from Nan. Puts this HC on set point.
We'll say it ain't so on there with the Goomba stuff on there afterwards here. Fire away. Go ahead, pre-apply the sunscreen. Make sure that they have it nice and ready after the wall break on there afterwards. Half that life bar gone thanks to Chipp and the little damage on top.
Oh, too good at blocking Nan is, so Weezer fan pulls out that throw. The YRC keeps his Geo in the corner, gets that dash 5K to keep the pressure going. No tension for the super, but at this point, Weezer fan needs one more combo to go up to that grand finals.
And yeah, it's not even going to have a chance to use first on their Deus Ex Machina is going to say all we need to say here. Weezer fans going to continue on the winner side into grand finals. 3-2 over Nan.
Man, that set was awesome there, though. Weezer fans still this is your first round of watching. Awesome stuff out here. We got Insert v Pikguy. They've been killing it earlier in the bracket tonight against their previous opponents, but only one that can move on at this point to get into that prize pool. Insert with a great start.
All right, and we're just going to play it all the way through here at this, like, no taking rounds, nothing else on there afterwards here. Tried to go in for the killer whale, but no dives, gets blocked away on here. Insert has to use the burst out there, right back at it, this time blocking around for Insert all the way, canceled out on the split, and you are dead with that 2H.
Oh, that was just a May Guilty Gear round. There's nothing else to really say about that one. Insert just showing you what a May round looks like, and that's how it is. Pikguy gonna get a chance to play here, however, gonna FD back that close slash stagger, gets a chance to actually mix up Insert and put us in the corner, and I love that defend command anti-air against Vertical Dolphin.
Called it out completely and gets rewarded well in advance on that with the Elysian Driver follow-up here. Very nice.
Awesome stuff. FD blocking back this Jacko here. But Insert steals some space and gets a couple throws for our trouble. Oh my god, 3 throws. The overhead kiss to finish it off.
Yeah, safe jump into overhead kiss. Tried and true from time immemorial on that. Going on the other side. We go to cancel out. The 5P does get out the corner with the first on there, but has to deal with the servant here.
Insert not getting punished for that whiff throw. Pikguy gets a chance to put these bots on either side. Gonna get this counter hit to put Insert into the corner of the screen, and at this point it's either player's game. Pikguy been weeding away at your HP.
Oh, and just like using the attacks over and over again. Insert has nothing to do but have to hold down the fort. Very funny actually watching May have to block on the other side when Jacko was behind her.
Yeah, the full screen blocks, definitely a little unorthodox, but necessary at times, especially in this game. Nice. Oh my god, amazing conversion off the bot. Yeah, I don't blame you for bursting. Insert, awesome conversion afterwards with that counter hit. Pikguy going to be sent to the wall.
Through the wall with a lot less life than they started. You donated that blood directly to the May blood bank, and it still keeps on going. You have the meter, doesn't have a follow-up though.
Ooh, that mix was crazy. Insert with the fake overhead into throw. Pikguy going to be going down this game, but definitely a recipe for a good set here so far.
Right, now that the set has been rolling a little bit here, Insert like still seems pretty warmed up through that, like didn't like seem to get iced at all here.
Okay, loving what we were seeing. This May gaming looking pretty good out here from Insert. Pikguy doing some cool stuff on our Jacko, especially when we're able to Eiffel Tower you with these bots a bit. But Insert doing a good job of fighting out, getting out of those situations, and also being very throw heavy so far in our pressure.
Yeah, like, especially like getting the mix up. You got the throw, goes into the overhead kiss on there afterwards. Just like kind of doing a lot of conditioning on it. But now Pikguy going to turn things around. The 2D gets a big counter hit, forcing the bursts away from Insert.
A decent amount of damage dealt though, so was able to make some progress for your trouble. Good counter hit confirmed here to at least take Insert to the corner. Pikguy with some good routing, trying to play safe around those 5Hs from Insert, but we're still able to get in.
We like the approach on there afterwards in there from Insert. He's got to get away, but it's going to be turned around. Doesn't get the conversion in there from Pikguy. Returning back into neutral in there. We're calling it out with the 5P into the tap dust. Goes a long distance and going to get a lot of pain.
Oh man, Insert doing some crazy stuff on this May. With that positive bonus, we'll get some RC here in a second to play with, but Pikguy using these bots to put you down on that other side. The PRC after throw, Pikguy closing out the round.
Yeah, a lot of good challenges on there after the result 6P late after the wall set on there, but here comes the burst. Gonna call out May from the sky thanks to the bots coming out. The play on there afterwards to get the recall, to get them resent back out here, and you're holding down. A lot of meter being used on May's side, none to work with here.
And with that cheer command as well, this little goober is going to give us some extra defense. Insert trying to get out of that corner despite that, but the bot keeps you down. Insert trying to FD block out Pikguy a bit. I like that whiff punish, and then dancing around you. It's really scrambly, but Insert is keeping that pressure.
Oh, Insert is loving the scramble, though, for turn things around in their favor. That's a little bit of life. Going to have to get enough to get that 50% attention, just waiting out that moment. Fast RC into the 2D and gets that round on their side.
Insert with the burst advantage here is looking pretty good. Pikguy was able to get that first round, showing you that we have what it takes out here to try to close out some games here against Insert. These bots are looking strong. We're just blocking it out. We're trying to keep that HP high. The tension is low because of that, but it pays off because Insert can use this Wild Assault that tends you through the wall.
I love the patience on there from Insert. Just go into the backdash from the Wild Assault attempt on there, just like it was nothing.
Man, dude, Insert being very aggressive with this play. I mean, Insert playing like he can't lose.
Oh, did you? No, you got the block on there afterwards here. No killer whale for Insert on here. Just going to play a little bit like get out with that tap dust on deck from Pikguy.
Keeping that combo going. Our bots were backing up that 5D, waiting on that burst. I love that Insert committed to it right here. Okay, the cheer command. We get a chance to play.
Back in dominoes little by little. All three of them come out to play. Get tied away. Nothing to cheer for. We're throwing it back out here. We're holding the distance.
Oh, okay, we were able to get a bot with that cheer command. Despite that, Insert is being very patient. I love that 6P on that bot to be aggressive back. Pikguy on a pixel, can't make a mistake.
You're being avoided, but there we go. Goes away into that tap dust. Call long distance. Bring it down. Insert is now 2 up.
Man, this has been a good set so far. Going down to the wire, it feels like, but Insert coming out on top. Pikguy, I think, was doing some awesome stuff there, slowing down the game to a halt with that bot pressure, but Insert in the face of that was playing calm, wasn't making any mistakes, wasn't forcing anything to happen, and waiting to get that last hit against Pikguy that earned our second game. We only need one more if we want to get up to that losers finals.
Yeah, in reality, like, Pikguy can't, like, be able to, like, throw out the bots in there, just kind of, like, play up the mix-up game. Insert has to come to Pikguy on almost any occasion in here just to get the maximum amount of damage in here. Bring a little bit of that sandwich game on there afterwards here. We're a sandwich artist now from Pikguy.
Oh, man. It's a good time to be one, but that 5H was really good at beating out all those bots. I like that Insert was ready with that backdash as well. Pikguy on the face that counter hit, fends that burst. Oh, amazing burst beat. Great stuff here from Pikguy.
We're already getting on the other side. Serpent number 2 coming out to play. Cheer them on into it. Going to kind of keep it holding down. Insert happy to hold down. Doesn't have any real meter to work with here. And going to build up that risk game a little bit, but trying to use the meter where it matters.
Oh, Pikguy. Jacko, Pikguy, bots okay. We're doing a great thing out here getting this round. Insert will be able to get our burst here in this round. But Pikguy going to throw you for your troubles first.
Out of there, goes into the 3K on the knockdown here. It's tech on there afterwards here. I like the use of the shield anyway to get away from the jumping heavy slash in there from Insert.
Oh man, Insert on that trade hit still pays off because the Jacko was cornered. Pikguy, despite that, able to get some goobers out. Catches you, not blocking low with that 2D. Insert will have our burst here, but it gets baited again. That is 2 in 1 game, and Pikguy gets on the board.
Well, I think Pikguy had to put a couple new AA batteries into this Jacko because we are suddenly working on a whole different level.
Pikguy, he took a visit to the junk drawer, got 2 AA batteries out, and we got everything swapped out. We're
Didn't
ready
even
to
mix
go.
up brands or anything. It's 2 legitimately brand new batteries, a rarity in that junk drawer.
There we go. We opened the package. It's Duracell. It's the real deal.
Got the name brand and everything. But it still needs 2 more to get like to this point. Loser semifinals, incredibly important round now.
Oh wow, that vertical dolphin is really good at taking out the bots and fighting back against this Jacko. Pikguy spending that burst, but Insert still going to send you to the wall.
Yeah, it covers a lot more distance on there, especially the arc that like Pikguy's been trying to get up into the air in there. So you are going to arrive at Jacko's location, whether Jacko wants you to or not.
Nice stuff there. Insert goes to set point. Wants to try to get away from this Jacko to move through this bracket. Pikguy gonna make it hard for you though. Starting off strong in this round, trying to bait that burst as well. You saw that flick on the FD.
A little bit of a flick on there afterwards here. Does get the call out in there with the delayed 5H. Gets the servant away and gets a little bit of a hit on Pikguy here. But now we're having to hold it down against the high-flying bot coming into the face of Insert.
Insert could potentially choose the burst here, but that tension is low, so we'll see if we even need to. Pikguy been doing a very strong round out here with these bots, trying to zone you back with this JD as well. I like Insert using the 5H, the cancel into S-Dolphin. Oh, wow. Awesome stuff here from Insert.
Can you go the distance here? Not quite. The beach ball coming out to play. Cancels out of the RC into a vertical dolphin setup. Puts themselves into the corner, though.
We do have our burst as well. At this point, I mean, oh, wow. Okay, Japanese Guts, we're going to be alive here. But Pikguy in a great spot.
Okay, yep. With the follow-up on there afterwards, for sure. Too early on the split. Does get hit with the bot. Cancels out into the 5B. Into the overhead kiss! Trying to bait out the burst. Does it? Gets hit with the burst bait through the vertical dolphin and just goes in for the throw from Pikguy. Still in it.
Oh my god, Pikguy with the zoomer reactions, and we take the mask off too. Pikguy out here for the fans on this Jacko. Going to 6P into the corner. Insert has to spend that burst.
No one knew who I was until I took off the mask on here. Good horizontal dolphin in there. Calls out away for the bot in there. Catches them with the 5P on the backdash. Big damage time for Insert.
Oh man, Insert going to send you through here. But Pikguy about to get our 50 attention, especially on that BRC to drift forward. Going to get our Goober out here. Insert still showing you that 5HS Dolphin to try to close the distance.
Off of the jumping dust, this stuff out Insert from trying to do any sort of momentum on here. And Pikguy looking into trying to get that one last little interaction, but it's on either side. Blocks on the horizontal dolphin into the kickball. Time for the servant to come out and play. Use your slash attack.
Oh my god. Okay, so Pikguy, unfortunately not getting that Elysian driver before the wall broke there a second ago, so it had to be in that situation in the first place. Despite that, it was either player's round. Pikguy was the one to come out on top, but we still got one game left in this set. And we're going to game 5. Insert v Pikguy. Guys, could you predict this? Here we are.
We have made it here all the way, and we're not even loser finals, Jeek. We have got it all the way. This is still semifinals.
Oh my lord, it's at 11:15. That's actually crazy, dude. These game 5s have been I mean, for good reason. For good reason. I mean, it sounds negative. For good reason. These have been some awesome sets out here tonight. I love going to game 5 with all of these players, especially because I'm big fans of all of them. So it's nice to see everyone go as far as they can.
All the more the merrier, I say. I'm not fighting. I just get to watch all this good action happening right before us. Khalil also saying this is our 5th game 5 in a row. Is that's what I'm seeing? Wow.
Awesome stuff out here. You guys got a treat out here on the VOD. Now it's Elysian driver from Pikguy is a great start to this round. Insert does have our burst and tension here. You could see a burst here. I wouldn't hate it, but Pikguy keeping that pressure up.
Keeps up with the YRC, using the option to get off of me, but doesn't get off for very long here. It's going to go with the bots coming out to play here. Follows the fence. This time it's going in. Cancels out with the 3K to get the knockdown into the throw.
Great stagger pressure there from Insert. It's going to be the cross up low. Great block on the same side. Pikguy plays Jacko. We all know about the same side mix. Despite that, Insert's keeping that pressure up. FD blocking out. Great reaction block on that 5D. But another throw comes out. Insert making you hurt for how good your defense is. We're going to set point.
actually was unsure if the OTG damage was going to be enough. But what is going to be a really good start on the set point in there, the far slash into Wild Assault in there. Not quite to half the life bar gone, but getting damn near close.
The burst gives us a second to breathe. Insert with 100 tension though, and this May damage to back us up. It's going to be enough. Insert moving on in an awesome set. 3-2 with a perfect.
Just turned it up all the way to 11 on that amplifier. Good stuff from Insert. Going to have to, the reward is going to have to go.
Here we go, losers finals. It's going to be Nan up against Insert. Going to see what we got.
Catches with the 5K early on, but the 2D coming up for Giovanna, able to snuff out a Dolphin from 15 miles away.
Awesome stuff. I love that counter hit close slash here from Insert. We got that tension built up as well. Nan needs a second to breathe, and it's going to be after this back throw.
Another throw out there, just a little bit of OTG damage on here, but you know what? We try it again. This time we have enough for the OTG, the overdrive on there afterwards. Still not enough to kill Insert though.
As Dolphin Red RC will be enough to bring Nan into the corner. If not, send this Giovanna down around. Great routing there from Insert. Low HP, but awesome execution.
Yeah, especially with Giovanna being on 100% overdrive on there afterwards. Checking out the Chave into Sepultura, gets canceled out into the BRC, but you know what, Dev calls it out with the DP on there afterwards to take back, make sure that the wall is all Giovanna.
Dude, and I love that routing from Nan, able to break the wall with the DP. If she jumped there and went for a jump normal, it may have been too long, so Insert going to be able to clap back, however, and use our own super, send Nan through. She has 100 tension, just needs a chance to spend it.
Oh, and there it is, a little bit of chance to spin half of that bar in there into the overdrive on there afterwards. Has a little bit of extra chance to go in there with the Sepultura. Bang, bang, boom. Persona Fight Club with the raid with a party of 31. Thank you so very much here, adding to the mini raids that we've had overnight. Thank you. You were just joining us in time for loser finals.
Yeah, it's a good one to come into. These are some awesome players out here, and they know how to fight in the scramble. So it's going to go crazy. Combos are going to be short, and the a.b.a. is going to be common. It's going to be frequent, let me tell you that. Insert going to be able to get this first game with a perfect.
I like that Nana. She was trying to call out early on with the 2S, and they're just trying to find out and see where Insert was wanting to go with the routing on there afterwards. Insert was managing to take that fall and just playing it with the mix-up game a little bit. Not even doing the fast RC, just canceling out, going into the low on there afterwards. Just kind of setting the pace on their own.
We'll see what we can get started out here. I mean, definitely if Insert's the one setting the pace, then Nan could be having a hard time, because I'm thinking on paper for this matchup at least. And Nan and Insert, but both characters are, very good at horizontal movement on the ground, but this May also has that air movement as well that could bring Insert out on top. We'll see what comes out from these latter games. Insert already getting one on the board. Nan, let's see what you got.
Yeah, we've been seeing Nana using a lot of the Sol Nascente to kind of get into some cross-up situations and really navigate some of that aerial to a different degree than one. You're right. You're absolutely right on the horizontal game being on there, but we're just going to go run in, overhead, kiss from Insert. Going to go ahead, break that wall down with style.
Awesome stuff, man. Insert, definitely all about the style out here. Nice 6P as well to keep Nan from getting too crazy with that mix. Insert trying to keep the lead and push it, but Nan ready with a wake-up super.
Yeah, found the gap in that 2D against Insert in there, just calls it out right away into the 6P of their own. Doesn't get a connecting flight on there, but we're kind of keeping away from these normals of May.
Trying to get some distance with that FD block. Nan still in the corner, however. Insert going to turn that counter hit into a conversion, and that's going to be close, if not enough with this super. Yeah, Insert going to be able to get that round.
Yeah, using the extra hits off the wall balance on there everywhere just to try to, even with the scaling, was trying to make sure that definitely killed the Giovanna.
And Nan is active with some good buttons here, especially that far slash if we're going to catch Insert doing any backdash movement or any backwards movement. But it's Insert holding W. It's all forward movement here today. We're going to send it through the wall.
Yeah, Yeah, you gotta go, like, you can't hold back all the time here. Just gonna go in with the split on there afterwards. Overhead kiss, very nice. Into a beach ball setup, quick on the BRC. Try to go for the grab, but we are RC and all over the place.
Oh, man. Nice XP here from Nanan, though. Insert being a little too aggressive, possibly, but at this point, with this lead, you can do whatever you want, man. You can just send 3K in neutral with no tension to back it up. You can just do it, especially if it connects and you win the round. We got 2 games on the board. Insert trying to get this 3-0 to move back up to grand finals. Nanan, see what you got.
Gotta say, Insert is a May player of my own heart. When in doubt, just 3K. Even if you don't have the tension on there, you got the life lead on there. You don't have a care in the world. You see that whiff opportunity. You bring it out there. You know it's going to kill. But again, been seeing a lot of game 5s here. This could change at a moment's notice here. We could see a the reversal of tension happening right as we speak.
Oh, Nanan. Oh, Nanan gonna break the Giovanna commitment.
That's a lie. Your name is a lie now.
Man.
Just
That's crazy. That's great.
Oh,
Well, we'll see. Well, we got to win now. We got to win now. Let's see if the sin is what we need. The round start definitely aggressive, but the throw gets whiffed. Insert going to get this burst away from Nanan.
Well, you're talking about like horizontal trajectories. Like Sin definitely has that with the use of the stamina on there. Getting in with the Hawkmaker on there with the funnel. We're back into neutral. RTL. Let's ride this lightning all the way to the other side.
Nanan already being very aggressive here. She is a very strong Giovanna. I think Giovanna was her first main, but this Sin, as of late, has been a very strong character for her, if not, like, maybe her main preference. I'm not sure. I don't want to speak for her. And it's looking pretty good against Insert, but, I mean, dude, Insert, if we get a chance to play, look at this damage. Nanan going to spend 100 tension to fight back.
Yeah, one of the advantages that Sin does have over that has way more better guts in these cases. Was able to survive on that. Misses all the throw opportunity. Go into the RTL. Get the cancel out on the block on there with the throw from Insert going into set point. I thought that was going to hit. I'm not going to lie.
That is crazy, bro. Are you telling me if you just did like 5P red RC, that would have killed, but you can't do RTL? That's crazy, bro. I mean, definitely surprised me. Nanan, despite that, she's still looking strong here, getting these counter hits on Insert.
Not stopping without it. Like knows on their last, she's on her last survival point on here, getting like locked down with the Insert on here, but getting called out with 5H from Insert.
And it does have a lot of tension to spend risky, but we just got to get out of this corner to do it. Insert, not going to let you.
Force on that, the BRC too far away from the tap dust, cancel out, use a lot of meter in a short amount of time here. Insert almost has burst back on deck here. Going to use the Wild Assault from Nanan to go into the Tyrant Barrel. That's going to be enough to get the round C in survival.
And that Wild Assault routing was awesome because Insert could have chosen to go for that burst there, but doesn't get to with that Wild Assault connection. I mean, despite that, Insert clapping back in this round. Going to be sending Nanan through, dealing nearly 60%, dude.
Without even risk on the table. That was insane to begin with here. ODG going to keep it plus with the 6K in there from May.
Trying to fight back with that beat driver as well. Nanan does get a DP here. Insert does have our burst as well, so even a hit could be spent back with that defensive mechanic.
Out of the way with the air, like the upwards air, like into the air dash on there. Trying to call it out with the up jumping K attack in there. Big counter hit, holds it down, waiting for an option on there. Just get the right back at you. OTG with that 2S is all that Insert needs to lock it down to move on into grand finals.
Back throw OTG looks so cool. It's always so impressive because that 2S is always like the max. Here we go, guys. Grand finals of Paragon 63 Guilty Gear Strive. It's going to be Insert coming from the loser side of bracket up against Weezer Fan, having to spend that Wild Assault, but for good reason. Look at that damage.
All from the split jumping heavy slash on there afterwards here, but we're going to go in. Wild Assault is in play here. Weezer's going to go all the way, get that Deus Ex Machina on the wall. Blam, blam.
Nice stuff out here. Insert going to have 100 tension and that burst to fight back with. Reversal Super gives us a chance to go for that mix as well. No way, we weave in the throw. That is nasty.
I just like the pause and setup. It's like, what if I just stay here for a second, and what if I go for the throw on there afterwards here? Although unfortunate here, we're going to tie up that life bar thanks to the Deus Ex Machina one more time on here. Keep it up here. The stops onto the other side. One more interaction is what you need, but these blocks for Insert have been pretty good.
Yeah, and Weezerfan actually went for a burst bait there for a moment ago, but Insert didn't fall for it either. So amazing defense from Insert. Not falling under pressure. Tried to catch the backdash with close slash, but Weezerfan recovered in time and then was able to close out the round. Great stuff.
Oh, I really thought that second close slash from Insert was going to hit at that part, but Weezerfan was faster on the trigger on that, literally. But here we go, back throw into the corner here. We're going to split and try to play up the mix-up game a little bit with more, but that jumping slash in there for Weezerfan is going to begin more damage.
Yeah, and getting that Deus Ex in time too. The focus is, well, it's half. It's good enough. Point being that Weezerfan's in a great spot here. Insert gonna have to claw back, but we do have some resources to do so. Just gotta get out of this hit stun.
Oh, I don't think you're getting out of that hit stun. I don't even think, like, if you have that Nickelodeon Japanese guts on top of the hand, you're not getting out of that situation. That's one up for Weezerfan.
Yeah, not in this game, not in this one. Great stuff there, Weezerfan. Definitely showing you that, you know, we've been glazing them for the right reason. You know, this HD, very strong.
Yeah, the hot and ready Krispy Kreme sign is on for Weezer. Also, I just noticed that Weezer fan's name is Weezer Bruh in the Thrive chat. That's very fun.
Weezer Bruh, Weezer fan. We see what we got out here. We got Weezer coming out on this HC. Definitely been mixing up the bracket tonight. Been playing so strong. Been showing you, I mean, and Risky called it out earlier, right? That zoning play, when we pull it out, when we go for that game plan, is obviously really strong in the right moments. But Weezerfan also been holding that up button. That up button is stuck, dude.
I thought, I thought me as myself as a May player on there would love to I always love jumping in this game, but Weezerfan has been definitely holding up on for time immemorial on here for sure.
Yeah, I mean, for good reason, because the mix has been awesome. Great back throw there from Insert, though, on that roll. And we're going to be trying to send this HC through. Weezerfan not going to be able to spend that burst there, so the positive bonus is going to go to Insert here, building up that 50 tension and threatening another wall break, but Weezer spends the burst.
Yeah, one thing these players have been having a lot in common is the way that they've been kind of weaving through a lot of different mix-ups on here. We've been seeing Insert switching out between the split mix-ups and going in for the low. A lot of the throw in the command normal and out. But right now it's Weezerfan all the way through here, firing away with the Deus Ex Machina, keeping on to with the shred of life.
Nice stuff, man. Oh, but it's going to be that empty overhead throw from Weezerfan. And the follow-up to close out. Well, not yet, but deal a lot of damage here to Insert. Still either player's round.
Oh, 100% damage and using a little bit of the faultless fence. And now just help the hold down, play the shooting gallery.
This is with that wild assault as well. Weezerfan gets that curse applied, and the shots are going crazy, but Insert with some good blocks, but the overhead takes it. Weezerfan takes that round.
Got too used to duck back blocking on their away from it. The tap dust will finally get you in the end.
The burst comes out after that stagger counter hit. Insert going to get out of that corner to the mid screen, but Weezerfan is putting you to another corner.
Keep it up at the ready. The gun's coming out to play here, holding down. Finally gets on it with the follow-up. Here comes another tap dust in here. Still going to keep it up. The concentration is in full effect. Only has 2 bullets into the name here. But the question is, are you ever going to get a chance to use them here? That's a lot of health on the side of Weezerfan, just draining right now.
Man, Yamada-san coming to take away 70%, dude. Holy moly. Needs one more combo to close it out, Risky.
Who needs damage when you got a big whale to help you out on there afterwards?
Unfortunately, no pickup after that first counter hit, so Weezerfan gets a chance to fight out the same side, converts, tries to go for the OTG, and the gunshot on S Dolphin takes game 2. Insert, I think, maybe had it close in our clutches, but Weezerfan comes out on top this game. We still got potentially one more if Weezerfan's going to take a 3-0, but Insert has what it takes, I think. We got to go ahead and stop this sweep.
that was such a smart decision also in there. Just go ahead, get the backdash, throw Curse out there, have the gun at the ready just to make sure you have the ammo ready to go at the moment's notice in there, because Horizontal Dolphin is definitely coming like in that situation, and it cannot stop a gun. Despite what the world may think, despite what the internet will tell you, Dolphins cannot be stopped by bullets. Or it can be stopped by bullets, rather.
S Dolphin versus Happy Chaos Bullet versus Coughing Baby. Just throw it in. Get the trifecta in there. All right, here we go, guys. Awesome stuff here from both of our players. The score is in Weezer fans' favor, trying to go through this grand finals. But Insert, I mean, look at this awesome round start here. Insert has what it takes, I think, to go ahead and get some games here on the board against this HC.
Okay, a couple of vertical Dolphins on there. The burst finally comes away on that, but we're holding back enough time to get back into neutral. Tries to go in with the 2S in there from Weezer fan, not getting anything from it, but the jumping dust onto the other side. The cross up says, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. This is just a wake-up call with me and my gun.
And Weezer didn't even have any more bullets. Of course, with that Deus Ex, though, was able to route perfectly into that full reload, getting that focus to keep the pressure up as well. It's going to pay off because we were able to build up some tension, or we're going to, unless, of course, Insert put in that S Dolphin. Weezer fan still going to throw you in the corner, and Insert sent through the wall.
Yes, just like that. Yeah, Guts. Oh, you know what? I thought Guts was going to kick in, but you know what? Guts decided to sit that one out. I get it on their set point for Weezer fan.
May Guts knows the HC agenda, so it turns off in matchups like this, but
doesn't want to deal with it either. I get it.
Great counter hit conversion here from Insert. Weezer going to be sent through here. The positive bonus going to be going towards this May. Insert going to cash out with a hard knockdown.
Not quite half that life bar gone, but a good advantage on here. This goes right into the forward throw yet again. OTG trying to go in, cancels out, but for PRC for the BRC, and we're rolling back on the other side. You thought I was over there, now I'm over here.
Some stuff. Now you see me, now you don't. Weezer fan out here being a magician on this May. The BRC turns into just a throw. 5D is the mix, and it's not going to be enough, but we're damn near close.
Forward slash, going to get the conversion, waiting out for the burst, but there it is, a little bit delayed on there. Here comes the concentration. This is not where you want to be as May.
And that's going to be it. The close slash from Weezer fan. Moving on 3-0, winning Paragon 63, Guilty Gear Strive.
All right, Weezer fan 22. Put on the Pinkerton album. Enjoy, because that's a 3-0 to win.